the stupid question. What? What? Yes. Please, more.
I choked a little bit.
Right at the end there.
Okay, here it is.
No.
Okay.
We don't have time.
All right, yeah.
We don't have to. Next time, we'll get a at the end of that. What was the name of the fictional spacecraft that the cast of Mystery Science Theater 3000 were stuck on? We're going to find out. We're going to go to Eddie and see if Eddie knows the answer. Yo, Eddie, good morning.
Bam, 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 smash, smash, bam.
Oh,
Yeah.
the fireworks. Yeah, from Casey Boy. All right, dude, name it. What is the name of the space craft that they were stuck on, please?
The Satellite of Love.
Yes. Hold on, Eddie. Satellite of Love. All right. We are going to send you over the $50 Rita's Italian Ice gift card. I'm going to laugh about that all morning. Rita's new peach ring ice is peach perfect, and you can put a peach ring on it with gummy peach rings right on top. And the new flavor is here for a limited time only, so stop by Rita's today. Let's see. We will begin with the entertainment stories with Gigi Hadid. She hit a stumbling block in her travel plans to the Cayman Islands last week as a supermodel was arrested and fined $1,000 when Customs and Border Control agents found marijuana and drug paraphernalia in bags upon arrival.
We were talking about this now, as I'm sure this will happen even more frequently as people start to travel and get more casual. Maybe she was coming from a state where, she was. Okay.
And she has a medical card.
There you go.
But when you travel between states and countries,
leery.
The laws they don't always jibe. So the local outlet called Cayman Marl Road reported the CBC representatives discovered, quote, ganja and utensils used for the consumption of ganja in the next in-fashion host luggage. Her friend, Leah Nicole McCarthy, who was arrested on similar charges, they said both women pleaded guilty in a summary court on Wednesday and faced a $1,000 fine. Now, Hadid's rep said Gigi was traveling with marijuana purchased legally in New York City with a medical license, and it has also been legal for medical use in Grand Cayman since 2017. Her record remains clear, and she enjoyed the rest of her time on the island. On Tuesday, she shared photos of the vacation to her Instagram page, saying, all's well that ends well. So I don't know what the story is when you travel from it being legal in one state or country to another one where it is indeed legal as well. If it's for medical purposes, I'm not sure if my Pennsylvania medical license translates in New York or not. It may not.
It would behoove you to check, what happened to Brittany Griner, over in Russia, being held in prison for a while.
I don't think it does. I think that's why, because federally, it's not. And that's, so if you're crossing it, you go into that.
When we were crossing the border last week from Canada, there was a big sign that said marijuana is not allowed.
Right.
Like, leave it here. Don't bring it across with you.
You don't mess around.
Wait, is this the one is this the Hadid that lives in Bucks County?
That is the Hadid, I believe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
Bella, the Gigi.
Gigi.
I can't. My friend she's in like a play date group with whoever,
Gigi?
Either Gigi or whoever has kids and lives in Bucks County.
I thought it was Gigi.
All right.
Which one was pregnant? One of the Hadids was pregnant recently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I get my Bellas and my Gigi's mixed up, so unfortunately, we'll have to do a little digging on that. All right, it's hard to believe it's already been a year since Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck eloped in Las Vegas. The couple celebrated the wedding anniversary with a dinner at Giorgio Baldi in Santa Monica, California on Monday night. Jen shared selfies to Instagram, captioning the post 1 year since our midnight trip to Vegas. And on Tuesday, Lopez released lyrics from a new song of hers commemorating the special night via her On the J-Lo newsletter.
On the J-Lo newsletter? How do I get on that chain?
And the lyrics are, what about a midnight trip to Vegas? Just me and you, baby. Throw the kids in the back of the pink Cadillac. And us in the bathroom changing. Midnight trip to Vegas. Both our hearts are racing. I'll pick you up late. We don't have to wait. Yeah, let's do something crazy.
Shut up, dummy.
Them's were the lyrics.
Is this the selfie that she posted, Preston, on Instagram?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's not what a selfie is.
No.
That's a glamour shot.
That is as glamorous.
Steve, look at this.
In fact, you know what? I don't even think she's holding the camera, Nick.
No.
I think she just positioned her arm to make it look as if she's holding the camera.
She's not.
And someone else took it.
sensational.
Yeah.
She looks amazing in that picture.
Kathy took a selfie of me earlier today. I think we should post it because I look great.
How do you take a selfie? How does Kathy take a selfie of
No,
you?
I just took a picture of him because Nick got his hair cut. So,
Yeah.
I thought maybe it would have looked better. Well, not the picture I took.
Oh, I got to see it then. Yeah, you do kind of have bedhead going on. dude.
Yeah. I shared
Well, he's
it last
wearing a
night.
hat.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't share in the morning.
Matt Damon and his wife, Luciana Barroso, reached an agreement in couples therapy about making him take a break from acting under one condition, and that was if Christopher Nolan called, he could say yes to the project, and then Oppenheimer came along.
Matt David.
The Goodwill Hunting actor sat down with his co-stars for the from the forthcoming film for Entertainment Weekly's Around the Table segment recently, and said that he negotiated extensively with his wife about this. He said, "This is going to sound made up, but it's actually true. I negotiated extensively with my wife that I was taking time off. I had been in Interstellar. And then Chris put me on ice for a couple of movies, so I wasn't in the rotation." And he said, "But I actually negotiated in couples therapy. This is a true story. The one caveat to me taking time off was if Chris Nolan called." And he said, and this is without knowing whether or not he was working on anything, because he never tells. He just calls you out of the blue. And so it was a moment in my household. So he went ahead with it.
That's
obviously.
pretty wild. Yeah, you don't turn down a Chris Nolan.
Casey saw the movie last night, and is he good in the film?
He is. He's really, and I forgot to mention to you guys off air when I was talking about the movie that I saw it in IMAX, but I was in the very front row.
Oh, that could,
Yeah.
dude, that could just. You didn't really see the movie.
I did that one time.
Yeah, but I
and-
had no choice.
Yeah.
It's not like I was like, oh, front row seats. No, I was like, oh, this is, I guess, the only spot that's it.
So you're looking up the whole time.
Yeah.
What, did you get there right as it started?
Yeah. Yeah, I got no reason to show up early to things.
Yeah. I would.
So,
yeah,
I know,
I'd leave at that point because you're not. You can't drink in the whole screen.
I was able to drink in the whole screen. I thought for me that the sound was, understanding the dialogue. Because at times I was like, I saw lips moving and English words were coming out, but it sounded like blah, 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 blah.
Why? I don't understand why.
I don't know. I don't necessarily dig the way Christopher Nolan does his sound editing. If you watch Interstellar, the music is very, very loud and pronounced during them.
Well, he also, you remember the whole deal with Bane. A lot of people had trouble understanding Bane. I did not, but a lot of people did. Yeah.
I need to watch that movie again with subtitles.
Okay.
Because that's how I watch TV these days.
So you
anyway.
might have lost a little bit in the okay, but overall the movie you said was good.
It was.
Okay. Speaking of that movie, Florence Pugh. I have a story about her, but do you want to comment on anything? Because she's in the movie too.
Yeah, you see her boobies.
You see her boobies, apparently. Casey used the word pepperonis to describe her breasts.
Turns out Florence Pugh has pepperoni-shaped nipples.
No.
More on that later.
Pepperoni chunk.
Pepperoni chunk.
Oh, pepperoni chunks.
Yeah.
Like
I thought we were talking areola.
No,
and you
I was
said
talking
pepperoni.
nip.
And in a surprising turn of events, Florence Pugh has pepperoni-chunked nipples.
I was talking nip.
Well, she opened up about her new hairdo.
Well, it's finally happened. We've seen Dame Judi Dench's beaver.
She was talking about her new hairdo in a recent interview. The Don't Worry Darling actress debuted a buzz cut during the 2023 Met Gala in May, and she said, "I purposefully chose to look like that. I wanted vanity out of the picture," she told the outlet. "Hollywood is very glamorous," commenting on how hard it is for an audience to see past that. She added, "Whenever I've not needed to be glam or have a face full of makeup, I fight to keep it that way. It helps the audience. Vanity is gone. The only thing that people can look for then is your raw face. Look at then is your
Hey, raw face.
Hey, what's up, raw face?" So, yeah, she went with a shorter dude. But listen, she's hot no matter
Oh my God.
what.
She is.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her style.
I think she's my number 2.
Really?
Yeah. Anna de
After?
Armas. Yeah, Anna de Armas, her.
Okay.
And then Salma Hayek always has to be in the top 3.
That's right.
I thought Kate Winslet fell in there. somewhere,
Oh,
too.
she's top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jamie Foxx is celebrating his progress after being hospitalized in April due to an undisclosed medical complication. A source told people that he has, quote, been working really hard these past couple of months to get back to normal and has greatly improved since he first got to the facility. The source shared that the actor had a party at the Chicago Rehabilitation Center that he has been recovering at to celebrate being better.
The question is, what is he greatly improved from?
Yeah.
Because footage has surfaced of him moving around looking pretty good, but you haven't heard him speak.
They said that he has still been doing some outpatient rehab, though, so he's still at that. Dax Shepard took to Instagram on Tuesday to wish his wife, Kristen Bell, a happy 43rd birthday, sharing photos from their lives together, including one photo of the Good Place actress in her martial arts uniform. He wrote, "Happy birthday to the world's hottest jiu-jitsu practitioner."
I didn't know that.
And that's in addition to being the greatest mom, wife, sister, and dog owner that this world has ever known. Every one of us in her orbit has hit the jackpot. Happy birthday, buddy, he wrote. So, yeah, maybe she's training in jiu-jitsu. We'll see. Mandy Moore spoke with the Hollywood Reporter from the Disney picket line in Burbank, California on Tuesday about the lack of residuals that actors receive from streaming. She said the residual issue is a huge issue. We're in incredibly fortunate positions as working actors, having been on shows that found tremendous success in one way or another, but many actors in our position for years before us were able to live off of residuals or at least pay their bills. She added that she has received very tiny, like 81-cent checks for This Is Us streaming residuals.
So I was watching a couple of actors and writers and industry people explain the mechanics of this, and it does make sense. You could look on a TV schedule and see when a show is repeating. And say, okay, I'm probably going to get a residual. An actor could, and say, okay, I can even check out when this is airing, kind of figure out what I'm owed.
Right.
With streaming, you can't really decipher those numbers. It's hard to ascertain. Even the main Netflix, Hulu, Max, even they sort of are vague and fudging when it comes to how many people are watching and what the exact streaming numbers are. So that leaves these actors who really rely on those residuals in the lurch.
Steve, did you see Sean Gunn, James's brother, yesterday talking about it?
He's very informative about it. Yeah.
His explanation really made a lot of sense to me, and he was just saying that, listen, nobody knows what the numbers are at all.
You have no way to build up a metric on how you're supposed to get paid.
And I liked his point about Netflix specifically. He was just saying, listen, if you're not making money on these streaming things, we'll take that hit too.
Right, yeah.
But share in the profits with us when you're making profits on it, which seems to me to make sense.
And also the most glaring thing is doing the AI rendering of background people who would get 2 to 3 days on a set, and then they need to hit a certain amount of hours work to be eligible for health benefits.
Right.
And so you just pay them once, and you never have to hire them again. They don't get the health insurance. They don't get the residuals.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, it impacts in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So part of the strike or the growing pains of figuring out how streaming is going to be specifically how they're going to work it all out, and also AI with that, that coming in too.
And they need to clarify it.
Yeah. So she said that she was talking to her business manager. Said he received a residual for 2 pennies. 2 cents.
Do you still get any?
This Is Us. I haven't gotten a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia residual in a long time.
Is there anything else SAG-AFTRA related that you've done in the past?
No.
Like voiceover stuff?
No, I did a lot of non-union stuff before coming here. I haven't done any union work in a long time.
I still get the Nail and Mighty Max.
Do you really?
That's cool. I just got a check the other day. I
For
think
how much?
$8, I think.
Oh, okay. $8 isn't bad. Sometimes the check isn't even worth like the paper that it's written on.
Right.
I did get one that was like 14 cents.
By the way, according to the strikers for the SAG-AFTRA and WGA, were shocked to discover that the lush ficus trees outside of Universal Studios, which provided them with much-needed shade in the midst of climbing temperatures, had been pruned over the weekend. And I mean, they took them down to nothing.
Dude.
Wow.
Pine trees on the opposite side of the street remained untouched, as did the pepper trees near the production gate. In a statement released to the outlet, Universal denied intentionally creating obstacles for the strikers. They said, "We understand that the safety tree trimming of the ficus trees we did on Barnum Boulevard has created unintended challenges for demonstrators. That was not our intention. In partnership with licensed arborists, We have pruned these trees annually at this time of year to ensure that the canopies are light ahead of the high wind season.
Okay.
We support the WGA and SAG's right to demonstrate and are working on providing some shade coverage. And we continue to openly communicate with the labor leaders on site to work together during this time.
Hey, pro tip, by the way, and I learned this during my kids' soccer seasons, is that you can use an umbrella and it doesn't
Yes,
have
you
to be
can.
raining.
Yes, you
You can
can.
actually use it to block the sun.
Yeah, that's what a parasol is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
That's what I used to use.
Then one last story. Michael Cera had a hard time adjusting to the recognition that came from starring in films like Juno and Superbad in the early aughts. He's now in the movie Barbie.
Yes.
I don't know who he's playing in this, but he told in an interview with The Guardian that he experienced a bit of crisis and he almost quit acting as a result of it. He said, I didn't know how to handle walking down the street. Fame makes you very uncomfortable in your own skin, makes you paranoid and weird. He added that there were a lot of great things about this kind of success, but he also struggled with some of the bad energies that he didn't feel equipped to handle. He said, if people are drunk and they recognize you and they're very enthusiastic, it can be kind of toxic too. When you're a kid, people also feel that they can kind of grab you. They're not that respectful of you or your physical space, and I didn't know how to respectfully establish my own boundaries. He said he felt so much pressure at the time that he said he was having a bit of a crisis and that he really didn't know if he was going to keep being an actor or not. It kind of turned him off a little bit.
So this Barbie movie, which I had kind of, maybe I'll
me too.
check it out. There's a conceit in the movie that I think makes it more interesting. I didn't realize this. So as you're seeing them in Barbie world, you're seeing them as a reflection of how they're being played with by kids.
Oh, okay.
So like Kate McKinnon's Barbie, the kid that's playing with her like draws on her face and F's her up a little bit. So everything that's happening in Barbie world is a reflection of what's happening in the real world as they're being played with.
And there are evil Barbies.
Evil Barbies.
Dark Barbies.
Yeah.
Because of the kids that are playing with them. So the guy that's the villain in Secret Invasion right now, he plays Dark Ken. And so they're going to take it in strange directions.
Preston, look up on the screen. So the kids.
Oh,
This is like the Lego movie, essentially.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And that's true because when my youngest was in the Barbie phase, which was for years and years, man, were there some ratty looking Barbies in that stack of dolls that we had that were just, they went through the ringer big time. So I like the fact that they're going to play with that concept. It's pretty cool. All right, clips, man. Yeah. In the documentary, The Deepest Breath, a free diver and safety diver team up to conquer a world record and fall in love in the process. Here, filmmaker Laura McGann talks about the connection between them that would later become the subject of her film.
Alessia Zucchini is determined to become the world's greatest freediver, but it takes a chance encounter at the pinnacle of the freediving world with kindred spirit and fellow freediver Stephen Keenan for her to realise her true depths, both emotionally and physically. It's like they're each other's missing piece.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Interesting.
That sort of stuff just I get nervous just watching people do that.
Oh yeah,
It's fascinating.
It's more so the free solo bugged me out, and then the other one about the guy who does the ice climbing. That was on Netflix as well. I can't remember the
Fascinating to
name.
watch, but
terrifying.
Right, yeah.
Terrifying. As a matter of fact. On a side note there, Preston, I want to ask you a question about scuba diving.
Yes.
Because when I've only been 12 feet deep. That's the first, the pool, and my ears get like they hurt. Yeah. So how do you
equalize on the way down? So where you squeeze your nose and breathe out. You have to continually do that on the way down.
Okay.
And it works. It works great. You get immediate relief from it.
I wonder if they have to do the same thing or how they do it.
Oh, yeah. Constantly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like every few feet. It's pretty wild what water pressure can do. When we were getting certified, we had learned that if you go down, say, like 6 feet underwater, and you have a tube that you could breathe through up through, to the surface of the water.
Right.
You physically can't do it.
It's too.
Your muscles don't have the strength. Your diaphragm doesn't have the strength to draw in air. It's not as far. That's why the regulator is so important. It actually forces the air into your lungs.
Oh wow!
And it does so at the proper pressure. It's all gauging what pressure is around you, how much needs to go in to push that oxygen into your lungs.
The
It's
people
wild.
who do that free diving, there's a movie called it's The Deep House. It's about a horror movie about they flooded a valley and there's a haunted house literally underwater. And so the divers go down and they're in
that's
the
awesome.
So they're in this haunted house underwater. And there's a scene at the end where, and you know, anytime you've been in a deep pool, Casey down 12 feet or whatever, and you look up at the surface and the woman's making her final play to escape, and she's trying to get to the surface.
Oh
and it's
my
like, I'm
God.
like,
Dude, there are loads of flooded towns
Yes.
in reservoirs and things like that, and I would love to go and dive something like that. I've done one wreck dive, and that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
But to go swimming through like houses in a town, that'd be unbelievable.
pretty wild.
You guys ever see the movie The Big Blue? Which
Yes.
is kind of what this one that you're describing, Preston, is. It's a French movie, and Jean Reno's in it. But it's it's like a love story about these people that deep dive, and then a tragedy happens to one of the deep divers. And Casey, probably wouldn't make you feel very good because it's scary, but it's a great movie.
That's awesome. Well, The Deepest Breath is available on Netflix starting today, by the way. Here's the next clip. Futurama, the cult classic cartoon by Simpsons creator Matt Groening, has found a new home on Hulu and is returning for its 11th season after a decade in limbo. In this clip, Billy West shows us that he's still got it.
Phil J. Fry reporting for duty. Greetings from the year 3000. It still sucks. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Kif, inform the men. I made it with a woman. Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster and leave the maggots on it. Yeah.
Well,
he's great.
Futurama season 11 will be available on Hulu on July 24th. I assume he voices a whole bunch
A ton of them, yeah. He's basically their
Mel Blanc.
or God from
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria, yeah.
All right, and that is the last story we have this morning in the Entertainment Report. We're getting set, ladies and gentlemen, for a big giveaway day. We have a secret text word. We have a chance to win tickets to see Dave Matthews Band, the first show on Friday at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Text the word secret to 39333. All right, that's your chance to win there. We have a bunch of other things that we'll give away through the course of the morning. But most importantly, we've got like $1 billion to give away, or your chance to win like $1 billion.
Has a show ever given away the chance to win $1 billion removed by one?
I don't know. Maybe.
This could be historical.
And by the way, if you do win with one of our tickets,
We figured out, right?
yeah, 5%.
Okay, 5%.
We just want a 5%
We
cut.
figured out.
And that's going to cover everybody. It's like $50 million.
We figured out what you will give us.
That's right.
we have to
We
find
bought
out
the tickets,
we
man.
We have to find out if this is legally binding.
Yeah.
It is.
You have to
It's on
spin
the
around 3
radio.
times and then it is. Yeah.
So should I reveal where yet, or should we go there first and then reveal? Marissa says, well, I don't know. You're making a face.
No, I think.
She went like this. She goes,
No. We'll reveal when we come back.
All right, I
reveal
think
when
that's a
we
good
come
idea.
back.
So our interns are at a location. They are loaded with the Powerball lottery tickets, one play per ticket. And we have a special phrase that you will need to say. You have to physically go by where they are, and you'll get it. Oh, and there's going to be goodies.
Yeah.
As well besides this.
Yeah. $1 billion and the potential for $1 billion and the absolute ability to get a goodie.
Yeah, something to eat. So let's take a break. We'll come back in a second. We'll tell you what you need to do and where you need to go, and maybe get you $1 billion.
Definitely get you a goodie.
By tomorrow. Definitely get you a goodie. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
We visited that when we went to England a couple of years ago. The Tower of London's Queen Raven is missing and feared dead, according to the staff at the fortress. So apparently they keep this flock of ravens there. And I remember being there and they're huge. They're these big black birds. I remember seeing them.
Yeah.
I just thought they were... That's why they just kind of, flew in and hung out. But apparently they have a...
They cultivate them.
Yeah, they I was going to say they grow them there.
They grow them there.
But they...
Do you have any of
they
those
raise
crow
them.
seeds?
The tower usually has 6 ravens at any time, and according to legend, if they ever leave, then both the fortress and the kingdom will fall.
Yes.
There are currently 7
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh!
There are 7 in residence. A spokesman said Marlena's continued absence indicates to us that she may have sadly passed away. So that's Marlena. She is the queen.
It is a matter of great distress for us as Marlena has gone missing. As you know, the legend of the kingdom will fall if we do not have 7 crows on Princess at all times. So it is now that I must inform you that Matt's birds. Thank you.
Oh, disgusting.
We need a different spokesperson.
Who hired him?
Yeah, time to retire, bro.
It's always some guy with big mutton chops.
Can we get a young guy?
I'm 27. Taking care of these birds will age you.
He added, Marlena was our undisputed ruler of the roost, queen of the Tower Ravens. She will be greatly missed by her fellow ravens, the Raven Master, and all of us here in the Tower community.
But if you know Marlena, you know that's so Raven.
I believe the people that work at the tower, I think they volunteer. I think they, I want to say I remember reading that. It was great. I really enjoyed going
I'm a complete
there.
Anglophile when it comes to this stuff. The royal family, the tower, even watching The Crown is so much fun. Listen, some people don't get it. I love it.
It's a dated concept, but it's pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And embracing that and keeping that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're touristy spots in London that you'd think maybe are a little cheesy or whatever. This was not. I really enjoyed that tour, and I'd go back. And the Crown Jewels are there. It was really cool.
By the way, if you do want to see the Crown Jewels, my only one-time visit there, my recommendation we got as soon as it opened, and it was the first place we went, and there was nobody there. And apparently the line...
You're putting on the crown.
We looked at, out in front of where the Crown Jewels are, is one of those back and forth switchback wait line things, and you could just by walking through that, we're like, okay, this could take forever on a busy day, but we got right in. It was very impressive.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. The Raven Master, Christopher Scaife, said that he would be taking some time to mourn Marlena. Tower staff added that they had no immediate plans to replace her. And Charles is believed to have been the first monarch to officially decree that the birds must be kept at the tower at all times. So one of them's gone. And apparently when numbers fell to just a single Raven Guard, Winston Churchill had ordered that the flock, which is known as an unkindness, that's a flock of ravens.
An unkindness.
Yes, was increased to at least 6 in.
We want to increase the flock.
Yes, in 2018, the tower launched.
Get the flock out of here.
A raven breeding program.
Quoting Lethal Weapon 2.
After his story.
Of course. Yes. What did the shepherd say to the other shepherd?
Winston Churchill was a visionary.
Was
it?
I was in the first one, Winston. I'm sorry. I will have to throw that at you. But anyhow, it was becoming increasingly difficult to source the birds. So, all right. And that's all I have time for, I guess, in my thing that I just did. What was it? The junk drawer.
Whatever that was.
And that wraps up tonight's thing that I just said. I'm Tom Brokaw.
It's called the news.
We were talking about checking our mental health earlier.
Yes.
If you've been feeling stressed out, you may want to scream, and you should, as it could help you feel better.
So we had the discussion about primal scream therapy and the song Shout by Tears for Fears. And the jury's still out as to whether or not that was actually a song about primal scream therapy, but it used to be all the rage for a while.
Yes. Avi Klein, a psychotherapist, says, I think every emotion...
You should do it!
we feel... A little reverb on that, please, when if you're going to...
You should do it! It's so therapeutic!
He says, I think every emotion that we feel has a kind of correlating action that goes along with it. It feels really good or even healthy to discharge that emotion. John Norcross is a professor of psychology at the University of Scranton and says that no matter how you vent your feelings out,
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
It's a good way to relieve tension. Can you hit that again, please?
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
Okay. Klein notes that simply screaming won't face your issues.
We can't play the whole one. Can we? I don't know if times have changed.
And you'll still have to face whatever it is that's bothering you and work through it even after taking the edge off.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute?
Jesus.
I have a strange discharge.
I'm just clipping the
Well, yeah, the rest of it tells where the discharge came
coming from, yeah.
And that's when Bill gets a little nervous.
It's actually worse this way.
Is it?
I think, but by his reckoning, it would probably be better.
Well, maybe he got let out of the army and it was strange, and he got a strange discharge, and he wasn't.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read a book here, but yeah, please tell me about your drippy weenie.
Yes.
Can I finish my steak first?
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
Wait, I nailed it so much better. I'll have to edit that down.
I want to hear discharge.
All right.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
There we go. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
And then,
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
What would a normal one be? What would a non-strange discharge be? You know?
yeah. I have froyo coming out my ass. That's pretty strange, but probably more acceptable.
Casey, there was something you wanted to show us?
Well, I have a couple of things. I have another audio thing, something I had told you about off the air, and then I got this thing that I learned about yesterday. So I want everybody to take your iPhones out real quick and pull up an iTunes.
Now take your tops off.
Pull up an iTunes?
Pull up your iTunes. Pick out any song on your iTunes. I don't care what song it is.
I haven't used iTunes.
I had to delete my iTunes.
No.
Really? Why?
Storage concerns on my phone. I moved it all. Well, we don't need to hear about it on air.
Gotcha.
It's a porn thing.
Yeah, way too much porn on my phone.
Pull up anything you're saying?
Anything, and also take your headphones off real quick. Well, just in a second, you're gonna have to take your headphones off.
Okay. Does it matter what song I choose?
No, it does not matter.
Song?
Whatever song you want to hear.
Well, now I got to go through and find a song I want to
Took the
hear.
first one that it came up.
All right, I got one.
All right, you got one. All right, so take your headphones off.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, now press play on your iTunes and stick the speaker part of your iPhone in your mouth like this.
Okay.
And close your lips over it.
What the hell is going on?
Seriously.
And we're all doing this at the same time?
All do it at the same time. Everybody press play. All right, all the way. No. All right, now cover your ears, both your ears.
I refuse to do this.
Well, you can't hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like bone phones, earphones.
Kathy, why are you not doing it?
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
Say that again, real. Say that again.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You can hear it a little bit more. I could hear it even without putting my hands over my ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what is if you're driving? Is there a way to listen to it without having the phone in your mouth?
Right. It's like bone induction.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Bone induction speakers.
We have a couple of the earphones my wife uses when she swims.
Yeah. Well, how much did those cost? This is for free,
We can just
bro.
stick her phone in her mouth and look like an imbecile. You know what? You know how you have that keep warm function on your oven?
Yeah.
Try putting the dinner rolls in your ass.
Kathy, why did you not do it?
As this was all going on, I just hear, because we had to take our headphones off, I just hear Steve go, I refuse to do this.
Yeah. Thanks for playing along, bro.
Well, I couldn't get my Asia song to play, which would have been so cool.
I did do it, Casey.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
I did.
You didn't
Preston.
do it.
All right,
No.
here's
I
the
just
thing.
did it.
Try this when you get home, Kathy.
Okay.
Draw a nice bath. Get in it.
Yeah.
Take your electric hair dryer. Dip it in the water. You'll be able to hear Prince.
While it's plugged in.
The speakers have gotten much better on these phones. My son was listening to, he was watching a YouTube video or something like that, and he was in the other room, and I was almost like, turn that damn music down.
I'm trying to listen to my story on my Stephen King story.
But it's gotten, you remember the old phones, like if you, for some reason, didn't have a Bluetooth speaker or something to hook it into, and you tried valiantly, yes, exactly, to listen to something through it, which is terrible. It's gotten much better. They're definitely a lot louder.
I'm listening to Pearl Jam. Listen.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Presley Gerber, the son of supermodel Cindy Crawford, took to Instagram Live in order to clear up his reasons for getting a tattoo on his cheek.
Hey, guys.
I want to let you know I wrote it a word on my face.
Which he has received backlash for. And I've not seen it. I've just read this story. That's it. And the only thing I have is a quote from him that says, "If I thought it was going to ruin my face, I wouldn't have done it."
Really?
Well, that's how stupid he is. He what is the word that he? It's one word, and it's
what, the word on his face?
Yeah,
misunderstood.
Misunderstood, right? So it's under his eye, high up on his cheek. It's a thin line, but it's still stupid. He's a male model, as is his sister Kaya Gerber. And I don't know why you would do that.
Male, you're a model.
Yeah.
And you've just
ruined your career.
Ruined exactly your product. Oh my God.
Now he has tattoos.
He's got a lot of tattoos.
He has no tattoos on his face.
He's got some on his neck.
Yeah.
All over his hands.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Did you see Amber Rose? Amber Rose has a tattoo along the top part of her, highest part of her forehead.
Her hairline?
Yeah.
Okay.
So her head's always shaved, and it's sort of calligraphy. It looks lovely. But what are you going to do with that? I couldn't even read what it said, but it's big.
Okay.
I'm sort of coming around on face tattoos.
You gonna get one?
Though. I wouldn't want any of my children to. Listen, if you're, I met these guys at the
93.3 WMMR.
Quickly, a plug for the Preston and Steve Belly Flop Championship. It is coming up on August 3rd at Valley Beach at Valley Forge Casino Resort, the place where we've always held it. And it's back, and we are ready to have this going again. We need some competitors on board for this. We have a short amount of time to promote this event. We hope that you're going to be there as a competitor or as a spectator. It's 21 over event. And we want you to sign up. You can go to PrestonandSteve.com, and you can enter with a photo, some info about yourself, your belly flop nickname, what kind of music you want, what kind of theme you have. And listen, we want to stress this. You don't have to be a big, large person. A lot of people think that automatically when you think belly flop, and some of our winners have been on the smaller stature. In fact, people love that, to be honest. You just have to have some style. That's all there is to it.
Something.
Yeah.
And it'll last all of, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes from beginning to end the presentation?
Yeah, for your own event. Yeah, your own part of it. So get signed up. That's men and women alike. It is an all-gender contest. We just have a winner, and that's all there is to it. First, second, and third, by the way.
Yes.
So all you have to do is go to PrestonandSteve.com and get signed up. It is sponsored by Valley Forge Casino Resort, and the Valley Beach there is awesome. It's just really cool. They literally, there's like sand and cabanas and stuff like that.
Whole deal.
And tiki bars and people. It's always been a great time. So don't forget that's coming up on August 3rd. So get signed up for that as soon as you can. We are going to have our Preston and Steve interns on location in just a moment.
Yes.
For your opportunity to walk away with potentially $1 billion.
Wow.
And we have Powerball lottery tickets to hand out. We got 100 of them.
So we're giving away your chance to win $1 billion.
That is correct.
It's like $1 billion.
So we're waiting for them to get on location. They are en route, and as soon as we hear back from them, we'll tell you where they are.
Yes.
And the special phrase you need to say, the phrase that pays, hopefully. And how you get those in. Like we said, there's some edibles, not marijuana.
Wow.
No.
What'd you say?
That's the wrong word to use. Yeah. Remember that used to be
Just completely fine.
It's we have some food.
Yeah.
And there's a food component
All right.
to this as well.
Now,
God,
if you-
that would be great, wouldn't it?
If you've done edibles, the food will be great.
All right, so details coming up before we end this segment.
Yeah,
okay?
they're apparently they're 2 minutes out.
All
They're
right.
2 minutes out?
Yeah.
Should I stall before we stop and talk about things, or
Let them get set up.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I saw this.
They have to get into their costumes.
This spoke to me. This is interesting, and it sounds kind of goofy on the surface, but if you start thinking about it, maybe it'll bring up some memories, and you can share with us. This was a subreddit about travel, where they had posed the question: has anybody ever asked you what is the best smelling place you have ever been to?
This is a question they posed?
This is a question they posed, and they got a huge amount of responses. So that's why I thought it would be interesting to bring this up. Now, meaning like a destination, like a travel spot, not,
Like like Switzerland or the Alps or something.
Well, so here's the number one response that came back is it's a Spanish destination. And
Barcelona?
Kathy, I'm wondering if you've been here or not. And there were a lot of people that said Seville in March with all the orange blossoms. And that was the most overwhelming response as far as most wonderful smelling place.
Seville in March
You've been
because
to.
of the orange blossoms, did you say?
Yes.
Sevilla. And yes, I have been there. I was not there in March, so I don't know about the smell.
Okay. The second top comment was Provence, France, the lavender fields.
Yeah. Well, that would be awesome.
In July and August. Yeah.
All right, so these are smells. Like I was thinking,
natural smell.
Yeah, like I was thinking more along like well, there's a certain point driving to the shore where I know to roll down the window because I know the smell will be there.
Absolutely, and that can be included too, and food can be included too, Steve, because at the end of this article they kind of touch on that a little bit.
So when you're talking about driving down to the shore, there is that point where you can start to smell the sea air.
Yeah.
And I do like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little off the reservation here. I love the smell of Leslie's pool supply stores.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm sorry. I love that.
I'm with you. Not specifically that store, but an indoor pool smell, the chlorine smell. I like it.
Well, I'll tell you this. So you get used to. My wife is constantly going to check the levels for our pool, so she's always at Leslie's, and I'll tag along now and then. It's great.
Yeah. All right. Besides
the store, something a little bit more exotic.
I think we will eventually get to that. But as far as like destinations and places you've been to, I immediately connected with this because the most beautiful smelling place I've ever been was we took a family trip to Hawaii and we were in Kauai, and I mean it smells almost like that. It's
like
the flowers,
like fresh.
The flowers. It's sweet and fresh, and I just couldn't believe that was a real,
not pumped
natural scent.
Right.
That it wasn't fabricated. It was yummy.
I didn't quite understand the parameters of the conversation when you brought it up, and so this is not the entire city, but I went to New Orleans, and there was a wall in the Garden District, and the whole side of the wall was the flower jasmine. And it's Preston, and I walked past it like 7 times because of how great it smelled. So I kept going back because of that particular smell.
Well, okay, so I have a similar story to that. We were in, and we're just talking about all these exotic locations we've been to around the world. But my family and I took a trip to Sweden because my wife has family members there, and we were in Stockholm, and we were walking through.
Right there.
We were on the grounds of the palace of the royal family, and we walked past this tree, and this wave of just beautiful scent hit me, and I like,
oh, come on, man.
And we had to stop.
What was it?
We walked back and forth, and it was a tree, and we had to try to, I think I downloaded an app to figure out what that tree was. I've since forgotten what it was, but it smelled so phenomenal.
I'm going to text your wife.
I couldn't stop.
A lot of this obviously is predicated on the plants that you're experiencing. Can you pull it out a ring and say just in general, the general area, just a comprehensive smell to an area? Because when we were in Alaska, I remember clearly.
Sure.
Just a clean, just crisp, clean air. And that was amazing.
Press, when you had mentioned Hawaii, have you guys all been to Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've not.
I have not either, but I feel like when I look at a video or a picture, like I feel like I can smell it. You can
smell it.
You can smell it. I remember Hawaii was a place where it took so long to get there, but when I remember walking out of the airport and going and being exhausted and going, okay, that was worth it.
Yeah.
Like immediately
Oh, yeah.
outside of the airport, like immediately you're like, okay, that's worth it.
Okay, so I had actually just read about Hawaii that they have a ban on loud laughing there. That if you're going to laugh, you have to keep it down to aloha.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I didn't see that one coming.
No, either.
Sometimes I smell them.
I didn't smell that one. Couldn't smell it.
Aloha.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You
can't be.
Second time was even better.
Yeah. But let me go to a call here. I have Patrick on the line. Hey, Patrick. Good morning.
Hey, Pat. Hey, guys. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, what's up, buddy?
Hey, so I just got to give a shout out here to Sarasota, Florida. It's where my grandparents live. As a kid, I would go there. And there's this specific spot called St. Armand Circle where you park your car, you get out, and immediately you smell like the ocean air, the salt water from Siesta Key. And then you go around all the shops, and like Tommy Bahamas, they make fresh plantains every day, and you can smell like the coconut coming from the shop.
The smell from Tommy Bahamas.
Yeah, and then you go down the street to like Kilwin's Ice Cream. You can smell the fresh waffle cones being made, and it's just.
No, I see what you're saying. Environmentally, there's a bunch of great smells. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's like, you were going to say that food can be included in that. If you're walking through, say, I don't know, a farmer's market or something, or oh, damn it.
Slaughterhouse.
No. In the city. Why am I not?
Reading Terminal Market.
Reading Terminal Market. And you're going by the various restaurants or delis, and you're getting all those scents. That becomes one awesome sensation.
I love that smell. Culinary overload.
So from this Reddit, a few users mentioned Sequoia National Park.
Oh, I've been there.
As have I.
It smells like pine trees, like outdoors. Like Steve, you were describing Alaska a little bit.
Yeah. It's clean nature.
So they pointed out that nature, moist earth, and herbal tree scent is what makes the park sublime scent.
I love a moist earth.
Yeah, moist earths are good. There's a woodsy scent that is fantastic. Now,
I'm a big fan of that.
As far as natural and in our areas, there are plenty of them. When I get hit with a strong scent of honeysuckle, it's fantastic. I don't want to leave the area.
Right.
And it reminds me of childhood things, and my youngest and I love picking the honeysuckles and stuff like that. So there's a connection there. Anytime I get that, it's a fantastic moment. But I do associate it with certain areas around me because there are some spots in our neighborhood where they really grow, and that's where I will gravitate towards if I want to get a hit. Take a hit of that,
right?
If you will.
Give me another hit off that.
But they said, food scents, and in fact, in this Reddit, one user vividly remembers Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it says it's strong chocolate smell before the factory moved in the 90s.
Yeah, a lot of texts coming in saying Hershey, PA.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then when I was living in Brentwood, Long Island, we were about a mile away from the Entenmann's factory. And waking. So I don't know if that falls in this realm of what you're talking about, but that was a constant. Some days it'd be a cinnamon smell, and other days it'd be a fresh bake smell.
So when I lived in St. Louis, we lived out in the burbs, my family's home, but I moved into the city for a year and lived there. And there were days the Anheuser-Busch Brewery was a few miles away from where I was. I wasn't anywhere really near it, but you could clearly smell the scent of that beer being brewed.
Was it good? Because
it was fantastic.
Sometimes there are stages of beer brewing that don't smell good.
Right. I know what you're talking about. But this was a yummy one.
Okay.
This was when they were cooking the brew. And I forgot there's a certain Marissa, you would know that strong scent that comes from brewing beer.
I think that's the malt and the barley and the hops.
But I mean that chunky stuff when they're boiling it. What's that stuff called?
Famunda.
No, not the hops.
wort, isn't it?
Wort. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wort.
And
Dude, that stuff's a bitch.
What's that?
Wart's a bitch.
When I've brewed beer and pulling it out and all, that stuff's a pain in the butt.
What, to clean it up?
Yeah.
Or okay. But it
But
smelled
that
really
smell.
good. And I could get a very clear scent of that, like your Entenmann's factory.
absolutely.
And it just smells like carbs. It just smells like bread. Seriously, fresh baked bread.
Beer basically is liquid bread, right? That's what they say.
Bread is a wonderful scent. Let me go to some calls here. I'm going to go to Chris. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, so I got two for you. I got two good ones. One is when you're traveling down the shore and you're going the back roads down to the Jersey Shore.
Yep.
And you're on Route 539, and you hit that one section where you got trees on both sides, and you get an overwhelmingly huge scent of pine in the Pine Barrens.
And that's
I love that.
A refreshing, wonderful hit for you.
Yeah, it's you can almost determine exactly where you got to roll your windows down.
Chris, also natural pine as opposed to artificial pine scent, dramatically different.
Absolutely. I'm going to go to Paul next. Hey, Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I'm from Northeast Philadelphia. I'm actually up next to Route 1.
Okay.
And Woodhaven Boulevard.
Yeah.
Where Nabisco is.
Yes.
And every time they bake, it makes you want to eat anything and everything in sight.
So
good.
How long is Nabisco staying there? I thought they were moving.
I thought they did move. I thought they
when I
put
was a kid-
Topgolf there.
Oh, when you were a kid, you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
When I was a kid, man, every time you drove through there, you always want to roll down the windows and be like, what are they cooking today, man? It smells so good.
Could you tell what the product was sometimes? Hey, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell what the product was from time to time? They're making Oreos today.
Yeah, or they would be cooking the brownies or the Nabisco, or sometimes the macaroni and cheese. You can smell the noodles or something, or it was all kinds of stuff. It smells so good. It's just always what you want to eat when you drive by there.
Nice.
No, I completely understand that.
Thanks, Paul. Yep.
Well, on the destination side, a place where you honestly, I remember being at and saying, okay, this is the distinct smell of this area, was going to New Orleans. And I don't know if what I was smelling was the city proper was chicory or
that
that
comes from
seemed
the
to be
coffee.
a prominent smell,
Yeah.
That's
which
funny.
I really like.
That's where the Jasmine Wall was New Orleans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so that like very distinct but like palpably pleasant smell was in New Orleans.
For as much as I love the smells of the Jersey Shore, sometimes in Ocean City, maybe during low tide, it is a very fishy smell.
That's not Ocean City. That's all of the shore.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't really
That's
get
where
that.
the fish
Depends
live.
on the winds.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get that in Wildwood. I don't know why, but like also when like you were like jogging on the boardwalk, because the boardwalk is a lot closer to the ocean. You would go through these pockets of like, oh, geez,
Well,
this is
driving into Wildwood sometimes, Casey. Those when it's low tide around there, that stinks.
because it's right next to the poop factory too.
Stinks.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
The Wildwood Tours over here. It stinks.
I was walking through Center City day before yesterday and was walking along, and all of a sudden I got an overwhelming smell of piss in the air.
Oh, that's the
That
worst.
does happen from time to time.
Who's the guy who was writing an article fairly consistently in the paper about profound piss smells throughout the city?
Oh, yeah, that was he was going by a name.
It was like a commando thing?
It was in the Daily
Yeah.
the Daily News, and I forgot what it was. It was like the Smellmeister or something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that overwhelming smell at the base of like some stairwells in parking garages.
Yes. What is it about stairwells? Maybe it's the place where the people go to pee, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to stairwells to piss.
God.
I don't know. Just makes sense. All right, so I think I'm seeing visual confirmation that our interns are in place, and you know what? They are at a great smelling place right now.
They sure are.
They are.
We have your chance to win some money this morning. Like $1 billion. And it's our interns that are on board. Who do we have out there? We have Campbell or Soup.
Yeah.
And Wade?
No. I believe it's Matt McCarney.
Oh, Matt. I'm sorry. Still learning names. All right, so we have Soup and Matt who are on location, and I'm going to reveal the location and give you the phrase that you need to say in order to get your potentially winning lottery ticket. I got to be careful on what I say here. Where are they coming up? Right here?
Yes.
All right, let me see if I can get Soup. Hey, Campbell, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you just fine. We can see you as well. So we have placed Campbell, we call her Soup, on location. She's by the MMR van right now. And the specific location is 265 East Township Line Road in Upper Darby, PA. It's Wilson's Secret Sauce. So all you have to do is stop by, and we have a secret phrase. Casey, do you have our phrase ready?
Yes.
This is what you need to say to Campbell and Matt as you come up to them in order to get your free ticket. Hit it.
Back off, war child, seriously.
That's it. Back off, war child. Seriously.
Back off, war child, seriously.
If you say that to them, they will give you a Powerball ticket for tonight's $1 billion drawing, and Campbell is holding them in her hand right there. So, Campbell, how many of those? Do you know how many we have?
We have about 100, I think, of them. So
All right.
we have a lot to give out.
All right. So, how should people? Can you tell us a little bit about the parking lot there? How they should pull in and do this?
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of like a one-way parking lot. So if you pull right, like right after Meadowbrook Road, I think it is, you can pull around, and then you'll see Matt and I here. And as long as you say the phrase, then we'll give you the ticket.
Good. So as you're on the side where you're exiting the parking lot, that's where you guys will be, and you'll be dispensing the tickets there. Okay, great.
And also, I think Steve Wilson has got some sandwiches ready to go.
I texted him yesterday to say, hey, can we use your parking lot? He's like, yeah, I'll be there with brisket sandwiches. So Steve is there with brisket sandwiches.
So if you've never had a breakfast brisket sandwich, this is
you're going to have the best.
First opportunity to have it. So, Campbell, are you going to be handing out the sandwiches too, or how's that going to work? Any idea?
We haven't heard yet, but we were talking to the owner a few minutes ago. So we'll talk to him now, see how the sandwiches are going to be dispersed,
Okay.
figure it all out.
All right.
All right, so this is happening right now. And we'll keep you guys, I'll keep an eye on you guys and bring you up from time to time live on the air with people coming by having to say the phrase, back off, war child, seriously. Now,
Back off, war child, seriously.
if you don't say that, you don't get a lottery ticket.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that would be a waste of our time.
That would be a waste of time.
By the way,
So go by there now. And by the way, the location again, if you want to plug that in, 265 East Township Line in Upper Darby.
you don't say the phrase, you don't get the ticket, you don't get the sandwich.
You don't get no brisket, man.
get no, yeah.
All right.
Seriously.
So this is happening right now, war child. Seriously.
Back off, war child, seriously.
All right. Back to the wonderful smelling places. I want to go to Danielle on the line. Hi, Danielle. Good morning.
Hey, gadzooks, guys.
Gadzooks to you, Danielle. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to say I was lucky enough to go to Hawaii when I was a kid, and the memory of the smell that you're describing is engraved in my brain. It's a plumeria flower, most likely. Was it like white with yellow in the middle or pink in the middle?
I couldn't really pinpoint. I didn't go over and sniff the flowers. I mean, because it was just this. It was all around. Like, but what's it called again?
Plumeria.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
All right.
And they're all
They're stunning.
often when you get like a lei, it'll be made of plumeria flowers.
Okay, that.
So
might
you
be
need
it.
poon to get a lei.
Yes. Can those grow here?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
Are they difficult?
Not year-round outdoors, but you can grow them in a greenhouse.
You can do it?
Yeah, for
All right.
sure. Absolutely. We grow some hibiscus and they look
Hibiscus.
gorgeous. So I would like to try that because the smell is just fantastic. Well, thank you, Danielle. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Always a fan. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Love
you.
ya. Talk to you. Let me go to Junior. Junior, good morning.
Yo, good morning, Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, what's up, buddy?
Sorry to bother you guys at work.
It's okay.
Now, we want to hear about it. All right, so you want to tell us about a place?
Yeah, so growing up in South Jersey area, you go up 295 north there, and as you as you pass by Cherry Hill exit is Melita Coffee.
Melita
My father worked
Coffee.
there. Yeah, Melita Coffee.
Yeah, a lot of people were texting in saying, but it's only certain times where they're brewing and then you can smell it. Is that true, Chris?
Junior?
I'm sorry, Junior?
I don't. Yeah, no, not that I know. Every single time I've driven up that road, and I used to drive a truck, so it was a lot. Anytime you pass that place, you get a fresh smell of like freshly brewed coffee.
I love that. I love that.
Vehicle.
Dude, that
It
would,
is
yeah,
such
that'd be awesome.
Good smell.
And where is
Yeah.
this?
And this is on 295 northbound
Yeah.
or southbound. It's at Route 561 exit, I believe.
Okay.
It is.
Northbound to south? No. Okay, we'll figure it out.
The Melita Coffee Company.
Melita.
Melita.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the coffee
Melita,
filters,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, but they apparently.
Melita.
And Steve, they brew it there as well. And yeah, a lot of
Junior.
people were texting in from Jersey saying that's a great smell every time they drive by.
Okay. I want to see if somebody agrees with Chris because I'll bet you there are some people, believe it or not. Hi, Chris. Good morning.
Yo, can you hear me, bitch?
Yeah, bitch. Glad to have you on. All right, so we were talking about best smelling places, and you have an interesting addition to this.
Yeah, I live down in the real South Jersey, not Cherry Hill. Wow. By Cowtown, and the smell of cow crap is just, I absolutely love it.
So you love fresh cow dung or fertilizer?
Yeah. And
Chris,
I work like a half hour away up in Sewell, and I'll explain that to somebody. It's not that far away, and they're blown away that I think it's.
Chris, I can sort of support you there. I do like horse dung. We were on vacation, and where we were, it's where the lipids on stallions were. Where they train them and all that stuff. And I'm like, I turned to my wife and I said, I like this smell. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. By the way, when they like turn the fields over and
love that.
It's got a poop smell to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're using poop or what it is.
There it is.
But I can only handle
They're using I can't believe it's not poop.
I can handle it for a little while. After a bit, it gets to be a little overwhelming. Poop. Hang on, let me go to, this is an interesting one. Christine. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, bitches.
Hey, bitch, what's up?
Oh, not much. I just work 12 hours. I'm a nurse. So
all
right. Well,
thing.
go to sleep.
All right. So there's a certain scent that
yes.
you notice.
Well, my husband and I go to Atlantic City several times a year, and we stay at the Golden Nugget. And as I'm coming up the escalator, they have these air fresheners, I guess, throughout the casino. And something about that smell, I guess, because I remember it every time, it's very relaxing to me. It's
Like I know I'm there to relax and have a good time.
The casino smell?
Yeah, because they have whatever their air fresheners are that they use. They must like.
I think it's probably Axe body spray and cigarette smoke.
No, I've heard a long-standing rumor that they pump in extra oxygen into the casino to keep you awake longer and therefore gambling longer. I have no idea if that's true or not.
Possible because I'm able to stay up pretty late.
Okay.
Bet she's been up for a month.
All right, thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
All right, we're watching the Zoom of our interns, and Casey's getting anxiety here because everybody's pulling in the wrong side.
Yeah, they're going in the exit.
Yeah,
Don't go in the exit.
And I think the reason being is because our vehicle is parked right there. And
Yeah.
they think to pull in there, but unfortunately they can't move the vehicle because they're not allowed to drive it. So we're just stuck in that position, whatever it is. So I don't know. Let me go to intern Soup and check the latest on this. Hey, Soup, are you there? Campbell, can you hear me? Nope.
talking
Yeah,
to-
I think I think you muted it. Can you unmute your phone? Let's try that. All right. How about now? No, we don't hear you. I see her mouth. Oh, I hear me.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. We've had 3 people come in already. Everyone's had the right phrase so far, so we're doing well.
Excellent.
All right, good. We just have to get them going the right direction, correct?
So that's what we were just saying. I think 2 people just came in the wrong side, but then they realized. So hopefully we'll come to that realization.
Here, let me
sooner,
suggest.
but-
There's 2 of you out there. Have someone stand at the entrance. Someone oh wait.
One person here. Can you say the phrase again?
Back off, war child. Seriously.
There you go. Give that man the chance to win $1 billion.
Yeah.
There you go, my man. Thank you for listening. Actually, I see a lot of people walking up behind you right
There
now.
we go. Oh,
So maybe they're parking and they're going to walk over. Hang on. Who you got there? Anybody else? Hang on.
Hey, can you say it one more time?
Back off, war child.
One more word. Almost there.
Back off, war child. Oh,
Close.
He's a listener.
yeah. Back off, war child. Seriously.
Seriously, man.
It's rental.
Yeah. Back off, war child. Seriously.
A lot of these guys look like Wardchild.
Oh, my God. Is that a mullet on that dude? No, it's a man bun.
Ah, there we go.
Made like a mullet. How about this guy? What's he got to say?
Here you are.
Thank you.
Oh, he said
Good
he
luck
couldn't
with the
hear.
one that could be $1 billion.
Thank you, Campbell. You're doing a great job.
Hey, Campbell, are sandwiches being dispensed yet, or what's the status of that?
They are about to be dispensed. They have them inside all ready for everyone.
All right.
stopping by.
Yeah.
All right,
They're
cool.
brisket sliders, I've been told.
Brisket sliders, nummy.
Perfect for breakfast.
Nummy in the tum-tum.
All right, 265 East Township Line Road in Upper Darby, and that is where Campbell and Matt are right now, handing out your chance to win $1 billion. All right, I've been told we have to take a break.
Yeah, Fox, good day.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
Oh, my God, I forgot.
It's a Wednesday morning, so we got to stay on time for that. But thank you for your wonderful smelling contributions to this conversation. We're going to come back in a moment, and we're going to get into the B file and go live on Fox Good Day, and we'll continue to give away your opportunity to win $1 billion this morning. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve.
On 93.3 WMMR.
What's new?
And they were wearing leather.
I was like, wow, man, can you blow smoke rings? One guy, and they listen to the show. Their guy's name is Dave.
Yeah.
He's got a he's got a D that's kind of like tattooed into his beard line.
For Dave?
For Dave. And
I could see why you're coming around.
listen, he and his buddy, they both lay concrete. They're both just big.
They both
They are like concrete. It's not that they actually like concrete.
I said lay.
They both
They're fans of concrete, concrete,
I thought he
and
did.
various gravel.
What did he say?
Lay concrete.
I thought you said like.
I did
thought
too.
they both
I was
like
wondering-
concrete.
A huge fan of cement.
Big fans of concrete.
They're big fans
Just
of
love it. No, yeah, no.
metamorphic and sedimentary and yeah. So okay, so
What does that have to do with it anyway?
Because listen, they lay concrete for a living. What the hell does it matter if they, they face tattoos or whatever? They're not your lawyer, They're not a judge on the bench or where, somebody that you would not want to have face tattoos.
if someone wants to do it, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
In this case, we're questioning a male model whose livelihood depends on his looks getting a word tattooed on his face that will always have to be attended to whenever he does something.
Sure, but he already has tattoos on his neck as well. I mean, so clearly it's not that big of a deal.
Here's an argument for you for why it's a bad idea, okay? So in human interaction, and when you start to meet someone for the first time, whatever the scenario may be, you engage in eye contact in facial reading of emotions and things like that.
Yeah.
If you have stuff written or placed on your face, it's a distraction from that. And
Okay.
I think it's a lack of being able to communicate effectively.
But what about like a giant mole on somebody's face? You going to tell them to get that removed because it's distracting?
If possible, yes.
Yes.
Very distracting when we
Yes.
talk to you.
Yes.
Can you get that removed?
I have a Facebook page.
and take your
called-
friend with the face tattoo.
You don't like that.
There's a great line from Uncle Buck where he goes, why don't you go down to the sump dump and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face? A woman's got a big mole on her face.
Mole.
Mole. So here we are, Valentine's Day. You can feel the love in the air. Hopefully you have someone in your life today. If not, that's okay too.
Yes.
But we love you. Remember that.
Yes.
Just not in that way.
No, but we can
We
for the
can.
right amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We had a nice discussion last week about first kisses and how well we remember them and how important they are in your life.
Yeah.
And
You had a great one?
yeah, I had a wonderful.
I had a great one.
Yeah. And now, some people don't have great first
No.
kisses. In fact, some of them can be disastrous.
I would say whoever kissed Harvey Weinstein.
Probably
dear
a
God.
disastrous
A disaster.
first kiss. Yeah.
And I said mine. I was really, really nervous. And then after I did it, I was like, what the hell was I so nervous about? That was not a big deal.
Yeah.
It does happen, but and maybe that's part of the reason why some people wait so long to have their first kiss: the nervousness or the fear that it's going to go bad, or I don't know. So we started talking about it, and we got responses from adults who have never kissed anyone in their lives. And we said, you know what, we could maybe have a couple people come in, and we can get that first kiss out of the way. Casey, give me some light love music here as we
Five-finger death punch.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it, though? No, there you go. That's perfect. We're going to meet our contestants, find out what they're all about, or who they are and what they're all about. Let's start with a phone call that we received when we initially talked about this on the air. This is Sophie who is here this morning. Hey, Sophie, how you doing?
I'm good.
So you gave us a call, and we had, we were just asking who hadn't ever kissed anybody who happens to be an adult. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21.
You're 21 years old. All right. And so I assume you've never had a boyfriend then if you've never kissed anybody?
No.
Really? And why do you think that is? Why? Because, you're cute. And
You are.
Yeah.
You're adorable. Yeah.
I probably just kind of thought like, oh, I'll get around to it later.
Yeah.
And then in high school, I was like, oh, I'm going to get around to it later. In college, get around to it later. And
Are you a serious student by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very time consuming, and
Yes,
sometimes it gets away from you.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, and I couldn't help but sort of feel like this is by your choice. Because I feel like at any point, at any time, like you could
You're
probably...
pretty. She's
yeah.
pretty. That's why I say it's not like we have some hideous people in the
Yeah.
studio. She's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just busy with school. I don't really have time to do anything.
And then Preston had put out the suggestion when we were talking, and initially when we had that whole conversation. For a lot of people, it is exactly that. Life gets in the way, and you don't have time to do that. So, but it's you didn't impress us as someone who was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. It's like when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
So and it's going to happen.
Yeah. Have you been longing for it, though? Have you been curious about it?
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah?
Like I'll go through times and be like, maybe soon, and then I'll be like, nah, I'm busy.
Okay. What about nervousness? Does that play into it at all?
A little bit. Like after partway through high school, you're just kind of like, okay, like.
When you hang with your friends, are your friends in a similar situation, or do they have relationships and boyfriends and whatever, girlfriends?
Yeah,
or
they do.
Okay, all right.
So, like I knew somebody who was with a girl who she had kissed people, but she wasn't very well versed in other things, right? And that ended up no, all of it, Steve. I mean, hand, oral, all that sort of stuff. But she was a little bit older, and it really. It played a part in all that sort of, because she was second guessing everything, and she was nervous. She wasn't doing it right, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure at a certain point for you, you're like, oh man, I'm well behind the curve here. It's like going into a test that you haven't studied for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I figured, get it out of the way. Gotta do it at some point.
Yes, because that's it. Honestly, a lot of it is what you think it is. It's like flying a plane. You could probably fly most major airliners without much coach, right, Preston?
Right, sure.
You've seen movies. movies.
Yeah.
You know, you pull back on the throttle, and there's a couple of dials there.
You just got to go for it.
Practically flies.
You can practically flies it. John Travolta told us that, Gabby.
Where do you go to school, by the way, Sophie?
Temple.
You go to Temple, and
Yes.
what are you studying?
Physics.
Oh, you are a very
You're
serious person.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing your story, and then we're going to meet Brandon, everybody. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Brandon came dressed for love in his Iron Maiden T-shirt this morning.
Hey, listen, I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah?
What we're about to
yeah,
do.
you're right. You're right. Who he gets to kiss in just a little bit. How old are you, Brandon?
20 years old.
You're 20 years old. And what do you do? Are you a student as well, or are you a worker?
I went to a vocational school.
Okay.
And took up electric.
Okay.
And I started working my 11th grade summer, and then worked all the way through 12th grade, and then worked in an electric company for like 2-3 years.
So you've been busy.
Yeah.
You got into your career, and that's obviously consumed. Because again, you're a nice looking guy. You're conversant. We were talking before we came on the air. It's not like you're seriously awkward.
Steve, look how adorable he is.
I want to tweak your. I mean, cheeks like nobody's business.
Look at how
It wouldn't be the first time.
Look at how kind his eyes are. And Kath, look
Casey's really looking into this.
I know. I'm looking at him, and you look like you're a gentle soul. Have you ever lashed out in anger ever in your entire
You ever
life?
killed a kitten?
Have you ever killed a kitten?
I mean, I used to work in construction, so there has been times where you get like
angry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal.
Yeah,
But I mean, so you probably channel out your angst through the music you listen to, right?
Exactly.
All right. But I mean, you're. I think in both these cases, both of you just have had very active lives. You've been distracted by that. Do you feel that there's, as Casey described it, you're behind the curve, or do you take Sophie's angle on it that it'll happen when it happens?
Kind of mixture of both.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
All right.
Are you? I asked this, and seriously. So, are you a little embarrassed about the fact that you haven't kissed anybody until?
I'll be honest. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Sophie?
Not really.
No, she doesn't care.
She's a physicist, for Christ's sake.
I know. Well, listen, I totally understand that. I remember at the time when and I was younger than you were, but I remember I felt behind the curve
Yeah,
because
me
other
too.
people had kissed and I had not done it.
The truth of the matter, Preston, as we discuss this, you're one of many, many people who think they're the only one.
Oh, yeah.
And the truth of the matter is you're not.
No, you're in plenty of company.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my question for both of you guys, because and I'm a little nervous now because I have
You're going to have to kiss me.
No, Steve, I have 2 kids in 7th and 8th grade, and it's like almost this rite of passage around that time where you have kissing parties. I mean, essentially, kids design ways and reasons to like practice this stuff on each other, whether it be through spin the bottle or truth or dare or whatever it is. How did all of that time elude both of you guys?
Well, we go one at a time. Sophie,
okay.
go ahead.
I guess I just got really lucky during Truth or Dare.
You won every goddamn game.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so adorable.
Yes, you are.
On 93.3 WMMR.
All right, we have about, 20, 30 seconds or so before we're going to go live on Fox Good Day. Just a reminder, we are giving away Powerball tickets for the $1 billion giveaway at Wilson's Secret Sauce in Upper Darby. Our interns are on patrol right there, and you have to say the phrase, back off, war child, seriously, or you don't get a ticket. We're going to go live on Fox Good Day, and then we'll go check in with those guys.
7:56. So I'm so excited for Preston and Steve because it's been a while. They've been on vacation, living their best life, but now they're back.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. And nice to see you, Karen. We don't always get a chance to chat with you.
Oh, thank you. Where'd you guys go? Someplace fun?
I went on. I did one of those European river cruises, kind of on the bucket list, and it was pretty awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Casey and I went to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. I stayed in Harleysville, Pennsylvania.
Yay!
Yeah, I got some ants up in that neck of the woods. Lovely area.
It's very pretty. But we did do a little shore thing as well. So, but it was good to be off.
Shore thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. Well, now that you're back, we want to talk about this.
All right.
Because we all do things that we think are harmless, and we know it might be kind of wrong, but no big deal. So they can be called innocent crimes, but people do them on a daily basis. So, for example, jaywalking. It's like, am I really going to get in trouble for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tasting grapes at the store. Who does it?
Oh man, listen, I have to. I've brought home grapes, and I love grapes are part of almost my daily diet. And you get a batch of grapes and you bite in and they're sour and it's like just an absolute waste of money. So I used to do this little kind of hiding thing when I would try to, I don't even care anymore.
You bury your face in it now.
I don't care anymore. I will, because it's quality control. If it sucks, I'm not going to buy it.
You've actually cooked up a steak in the supermarket just to make sure it's going to taste good.
One time I did that.
Yeah, it was one time. Yeah.
No, you know
Well, I
what?
didn't know this
Something
next
that I kind of do regularly that would be considered a little crime is, listen, we get up, and you guys know how early we get up in the morning to go to work.
Yeah.
There are stop signs in my neighborhood. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I just roll right through them. Nobody
There's no
in their
traffic.
right mind is around, and I just roll right through them.
I'll one up you. How about a stoplight? It's red. You've been waiting for a long time.
Every
and you're
morning.
running late.
every day.
Casey, every morning?
Every morning.
If you stop and treat it like a stop sign, a stoplight, and just check and go through,
Look both ways, and then you're allowed to go through.
I think that's fine. I also think you can break into people's homes at that time.
At that time.
Because they're asleep.
Right.
They're not using the house. Now, I'll tell you one thing that I think is a crime that is kind of on that margin. When it snows and people shovel in the street and put a chair out. Technically, you can't block someone from parking in that street. It's not your street, but it's the kind of thing that's kind of said, well, I made this effort and I'm going to lay claim to this. So I think that's kind of on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do the work, I do think that officially, unless a police officer's there, but I think if you do the work, you're completely justified.
Yeah, though it's not legal.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was illegal. You know when you're trying to drop something off at someone's house, but you don't want to talk to them and you're on the move, so you just, put it in your mailbox. Apparently that's illegal.
Yeah, Alex, when I heard that one, I didn't know that either. I do it all the time, and I have people drop stuff off to me.
My neighbor always fills up my mailbox with soup, but not in a container. No, it is a federal vessel. It is supposed to be for the mail only. And so I never knew that, but it makes sense. You can't do anything that in any way would tamper with mail delivery.
Now this one is a good one. I want you guys to be honest, because now that they're outlawing bags and you have to bring your own reusable bags, and they ask you at the self-checkout, they say, did you use one of our bags, the paper bags, and you have to select so they can charge you. Are you honest, and do you tell them, yeah, I used one of your paper bags, so you should charge me? Or do you just say no and take it and go?
We know what you do.
So I think Alex goes one step further and walks out without paying for the groceries.
Oh gosh.
Why cop to the bag if I'm not going to cop to the groceries? I'm honest with the paper bags if they charge you for them. Why not?
Yeah,
it's 10 cents or 8 cents or whatever thing they have you on the hook for. I'm fine with that.
I will say sometimes if I'm checking out and it's like an actual person and they're like, do you want a bag? And I'm like, well, how much is it going to cost me? Like I'll carry it to save my 10 cents. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Love it.
All right, well, thank you guys. It's
All right,
good to
guys,
see you.
take care. We'll see you soon. Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
All right, so while we have just a moment here, let us go right now to 265 East Township Line Road in Upper Darby. That is the location of Wilson's Secret Sauce, and we're going to check in with intern Matt, I believe, or no, Matt is on camera. Is it Campbell or Matt we're talking to? Wait, there he is. All right. Matt, can you hear me all right, man?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. I can hear you fine. How we doing there, man?
Awesome. Great. I mean, so many cars have pulled up. We got a lot of people here waiting patiently, and we're about to give away these tickets.
All right. Let's have them do what they need to do.
You got something to say?
Yeah, back off, war child. Seriously.
Give that man a chance to win $1 billion. And give him a slider, too.
Yeah. Back off, war child. Seriously.
And another one right there. And don't forget, we get 5% if you win. All right.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Nice pause.
I like that.
Good inflection. Give that man hopefully a winning lottery ticket. And remind them all, Matt, that we get 5% of the winnings. All right, who's this?
Congratulations.
Oh, dude's getting a selfie real quick,
Yeah,
too.
he also said it with a mouthful of brisket.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome. Back off. Close it up.
All right.
Close enough. Rip the ticket in half.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, and grab a slider, a brisket slider from Steve Wilson Secret Sauce. All right, let's say hi to Steve real quick. Steve Wilson.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
There you go. Nice. Hey, Matt, get Steve over here real quick.
Preston, look, talking.
Mr. Elliott.
Yo, how you doing, Steve?
Good. How are you?
We are doing wonderful. Dude, thanks for getting up early and cooking some brisket for everybody.
Man, anytime. Anything for you guys.
Oh, and also, Casey wanted me to mention you are on board for the Bend to the Shore tour that's taking place this weekend. You guys are contributing to that, right?
That's right. We're donating $1 from each sandwich sold to the bike ride.
Oh, that's tremendous.
That's fantastic.
And then maybe some more. Why not, right?
Why not?
Well, they've already helped. They're a sponsor of the team and helped us get the jerseys ready for the team and everything like that. So thank you, Steve. He always answers the bell.
Yep.
Hey, and Nick. Is Nick over
Yes,
there?
sir. Yeah.
Yo, happy early birthday. We shared the same day. So
Happy early birthday to you, Steve. And yeah, Casey's 100% right. Anytime we ever need anything, Steve is incredibly charitable. He helps out with stuff like this all the time. And he's been active with Team Luke in the past. So Steve's just the best. We love your support and we love your sandwiches.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, get back to work.
Back off, War
Go
Child.
Hannettes. Yeah, back off, War Child.
War Child.
All right, Matt, we got some other people that won lottery tickets. Or are you waiting for more to arrive?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, there's a big line. All right, go over there. Go over there and get a couple more, and then we'll get to the bizarre.
Hey, hold the phone up a little closer to everyone you're talking to. But we can hear your nuts. You're holding it so low.
All right, Matt, we'll come back to you in a bit. Keep giving away, all right, buddy?
All right, thank you.
All right, there you go. All right, so we are giving away Powerball lottery tickets, 265 East Township Line, Upper Darby, and it's at Wilson's Secret Sauce. So just stop by and say the phrase, back off, World Child, seriously.
That would be a waste of time. Back off, War Child, seriously.
If you win $1 billion. And 5% goes to us, Preston and Steve Show. I think you're good
that's
for
fair.
it. Yeah, you're good for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the B file.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you this morning by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. Donate to Casey's team, the WMMR Rock and Rollers, for the Bend to the Shore Bike Tour, July 23rd, benefiting the Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. Visit PrestonandSteve.com for more information. An emergency evacuation slide, described as being larger than a small car, dislodged from an airplane midair and landed in the backyard of a home in Chicago. There were no reports of injuries.
Thanks for the slide, Daddy.
From the incident, but the falling slide did cause some damage to the roof of the house. A United Airlines Boeing 767 landed at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport on Monday after arriving from Switzerland. During post-landing inspection, however, maintenance workers discovered an emergency evacuation slide was missing from the side of the aircraft.
Didn't we have an emergency slide?
It later emerged that the missing slide had fallen and landed in the backyard of a home near the airport. The FAA is conducting a thorough investigation to determine the cause of the slide detachment.
Don't they usually twist tie those things on?
But the agency refused to give more details. United Airlines issued a statement saying, we immediately contacted the FAA and are working with our team to better understand the circumstances around this matter. Patrick Devitt was identified as the homeowner. Mr. Devitt was not home when the slide fell on the roof, but his son and father-in-law were present. They both reported hearing a boom sound around 12:15. Mr. Devitt, after discovering the detached slide, dragged it from his backyard to the front of his property. He said the slide hit the part of the house, damaging the roof, downspout, and a window screen as well. But could have been dangerous.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Speaking of planes, a passenger on a 6-seater airplane took matters into her own hands on Saturday, managing to land the aircraft herself after the pilot experienced a medical emergency.
That's right out of airplane.
Yeah, the 68-year-old woman took the controls of the 2006 single-engine Piper Meridian turboprop.
I've got this.
And brought it down in West Tisbury, Massachusetts on Saturday. She did so after a 79-year-old male pilot experienced an unspecified medical emergency during the plane's final approach.
I've got to poop.
The woman had only minor injuries after the emergency landing. The pilot was taken in by helicopter to receive medical treatment in Boston. It wasn't clear whether this was for the original medical emergency or if he was hurt further in the landing. Police statements about the landing suggest that there were only 2 people flying. The passengers attempted to land the plane resulted in her crash landing in a grassy area near a runway at Martha's Vineyard Airport.
Wow.
The plane landed on its belly with no landing gear. The pilot had to be extricated from the inside before being flown to the hospital in Boston. He was in serious life-threatening condition.
Wow.
Neither the passenger nor the pilot has been named by police. I have no idea if this woman has flying experience or not.
Right.
If not, and the fact that she was able to safely belly land an aircraft, that's incredible. Yeah. We'll see if we can get a follow-up on that. Colorado authorities are investigating what happened to 3 mummified bodies that a hiker found at a remote campsite deep in the Rocky Mountains.
They probably died.
The Gunnison County Sheriff's Office said that a hiker contacted them on Sunday, July 9th, after discovering a heavily decomposed body near the Gold Creek campground. The next day, investigators from the Sheriff's Office managed to locate 2 more bodies in the campsite, both in an advanced state of decomposition.
Oh, gee.
He was very shocked.
The sheriff's office is withholding the deceased people's names pending notification.
You don't want to embarrass them.
But said that it did not believe that there were any ongoing danger to backpackers or local residents. There were no signs of trauma on the bodies. 2 of the bodies were zipped inside a tent alongside personal belongings, tarps, and a log lean-to, while the third was located in some trees a short distance away. The report described the bodies as being fairly mummified, and authorities say that they appeared to have had been in the campsite for some time, possibly since last fall.
Well, so it sounds like that the bodies were placed there by someone looking to hide the bodies.
It's going to take several weeks to complete an autopsy of bodies and determine a cause of death. They said that the campsite suggested 3 arrived July 2022, while the coroner is yet to publish an official report. The office said it is suspected malnutrition and exposure to have contributed to the death.
Nobody was reported missing?
I don't know.
For this long?
How did they get in the bags? The 2 were in a zipped bag, you said, correct?
They were in a zipped tent.
Oh.
Okay.
And so they may have just
That's crazy.
withered away and died because they were exposed, or they didn't have any food and just starved to death or something. I don't know. A couple surrendered a baby that was handed to them by a woman at a Hollywood restaurant early on Thursday.
You won the baby.
The incident occurred just after midnight at Chris and Eddie's. The couple was eating at the restaurant.
Baby night at Chris and Eddie's. Don't forget, you might be the lucky winner of a newborn if you order the shrimp poppers.
At Chris and Eddie's.
Yeah.
The couple was eating at the restaurant when they were approached by a woman holding a 1-month-old baby. The woman apparently told the couple that she could no longer care for the child and gave them the baby.
Thank you.
The couple then took the baby and surrendered him to the Beverly Hills Police Department, though it is unknown why they took the child there because
Very trendy.
They were in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The child appeared to be in good condition and was taken to a hospital for checkup. The case was eventually handed over to Los Angeles police since the original incident occurred in their jurisdiction. The LAPD will then determine if the incident qualifies as a safe surrender. The safe surrender law in California states a parent or person with lawful custody can safely surrender a baby confidentially and without fear of persecution within 72 hours of birth. So they will see about that. All right, and that is what we will wrap the B file with for now. I got some more stories that we will get to a little bit later on. All right, we're handing out lottery tickets. We'll check back in with Campbell and Matt and see how that's going at Wilson's Secret Sauce in Upper Darby. Stop by, your chance to win like $1 billion if you know the secret phrase, which is back off war child. Seriously. So stop by and get them. It's a single lottery play, and what the hell? It might be the one
absolutely
that wins you the big jackpot tonight. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Major wardrobe malfunction that may have escaped viewers' notice.
Nice beaver.
Are we sure that's what it was?
The 46-year-old told E.T.
I can see a beaver.
I think it was the 3rd or 4th episode. I walk out, my hand is on my back, and I was holding my dress together. It was not zipped up. And I did not have on any of my jewelry.
OMG.
Yeah,
What is that, a Muppet between your legs?
Actually, she does look kind of bare without jewelry.
Yeah, you're right, because they usually bling them up on that show.
Well, she's been a complete success during this whole run with screwing up stuff right and left. And
She must have been rushed for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Remember my wardrobe malfunction when my knocker fell out?
No. Excuse me?
Was
When
it dancing?
Salsa
Yeah, I
dancing.
remember.
It was a halter top, so it clipped behind my neck,
Yeah.
and I was in the middle of a performance, and it snapped off, and and it literally just it fell down. And I remember the move. I had to drop to the floor in like a count or two, and so I went down early. And like I remember my partner looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I had probably 1 or 2 seconds to put the snap back together, and sure enough, it happened, and I put it together, and I was ready to go right after. I don't know how that happened.
Were you at Parks or something like that?
No, I was at the dance studio La Luna in Ben Salem, and it was on video, and we did have the video, but I made the guy who had the video kind of blur out my nips.
Nips didn't show,
So
did
you'll
they?
never know if they're pink or brown.
Damn it, we were so close.
No, okay, so my nips didn't show.
I was at a friend's wedding one time, and there was a couple out on the dance floor, and this woman's boob was there just dancing along. Her boob's just hanging out. She had no idea. No idea.
Dude, those things
Somebody eventually said something to her.
They're so tight, and like it's just sometimes it just like pops out the top, and you don't even know.
Well, my wife's old roommate had she was wearing a top that was so loose that we were. It was like a Saturday morning. We were on the back patio having a coffee. She must have like bent over for something, and then she came back up and full on. She didn't even know. I had to be like, "Yo, dude,
your boob
is," because like I guess like the nipple kind of got caught underneath the neck of the shirt. It was the neck of the shirt had come down.
That is a loose-ass shirt.
That is a loose-ass shirt. I was like, dude, you're...
I just got...
Your boobs are hanging out! Just one.
I just got a text from the guy who has the video, and he said those were the days.
Yes, they were.
Giving the gift is more important, I think, than the receiving.
So I'll get some things from my wife. She'll say, here's something that I like, and here's something, and so I will get some good gift ideas. But the ones that I'm more excited about are the ones that go, you know what, man? She didn't ask for this. I don't even know if she even knows that this thing exists, but I think she would like this.
I have a couple on the list this year that I'm really excited about. Sometimes you go for it, and sometimes it'll be like, oh. And like, oh, I missed on that one.
Oh, dude, Rochelle told me that she's like, there's one gift I'm really excited to give to you. And I'm like, there's nothing that I'm excited to give you. Oops.
So
do you have something?
Oh, yeah, I have several things.
All right.
I have several things. But there's
She's gonna
nothing
love
that's
them.
like, wow, is she going to freak out when she gets this? You know what
Preston,
I mean?
I don't know if you've seen it, and it might be a last-minute thing to add to the list. It is it's a dildo mounted on like a machine gun thing.
All right, hear him out. Hear him out.
It's like a machine gun truck. You've seen those.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They look like the perfect holiday gift.
You know what? You can't put a price tag on those.
No, it's a gift that keeps on giving all year.
Yes.
Wait, Steve, let me ask you a question.
Oh, it's got a pull start?
Oh, my God.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The bastard's powerful.
There you go. The automatic.
Oh, my God.
Scaling toys.
Oh, it's real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, guy.
What were you going to say?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
think I'm
I'm
talking about
sorry.
here?
I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm an influencer for this stuff.
Steve. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
The machine gun dildo company contacted me and said, let's collab.
Let's collab. DM me.
All right, another fact that we learned from
the Just Saying Institute, located over 200 sprawling acres in West Virginia.
the last decade from researchers. If your ex wants to be friends, they might be a psychopath.
If your ex wants to be friends, that's sign of being a psychopath, possibly?
In 2016, researchers from Oakland University in Michigan found that people with the so-called dark triad personality traits like narcissism and psychopathy, I guess is how you say it,
He's a member of the Dark Triad.
often,
Like Cobra?
I'm going to have to take him out.
often keep their exes.
He's the disease. I'm the ex-boyfriend.
No, they often keep their exes around for calculating, self-serving purposes.
Okay.
A desire for continued sexual access, financial help, or a need to still exert some control over a former partner
were among key reasons for maintaining contact, especially for men. These are facts, yes, from the Just Saying Institute.
From the Just Saying Institute.
That
we end up just saying things at the Just Saying Institute.
That we have found out over the last 10 years about relationships and
It's a decade.
love and sex and all that stuff. So how about this one? Speaking of sex, that sexual afterglow that you feel after sex will last about 48 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean
longer for you, Cather?
No, it seems to diminish pretty quickly.
Are you sure? Because you had to clean up right after.
off of me. Get it off of me. But the glow, get it off.
It's like it's like you've sat in the bedroom with me.
Get it off. You have this glow. It's the light refracting off of it.
It's shimmering and shiny.
Get it off.
It's glazy.
I look like a Krispy Kreme.
So you're generally in a better...
Get your blanket and pillow. You're sleeping on the couch.
You're generally in a better mood after sex thanks to a flood of endorphins and other feel-good hormones released post-climax. Positive effects of getting laid last up to 2 days. And
Wow.
That the feeling can help couples bond over time.
I always let out a big sigh when I close the laptop.
Says there might
Clear
be,
history and
there might be.
Erase the history.
What's on Google News?
There might be an evolutionary reason for the 48-hour shelf life. 48 hours is roughly the same amount of time that A, conception is maximized, B, it takes sperm concentrations to be restored to peak levels.
Do we have to guess which one?
And C, no, these things all happen.
All the above.
And C, sperm remain maximally viable in the female reproductive tract. So all of that happens over 48 hours, and it's all
You're
apparently.
the semen. I'm the afterglow.
Just let him be here.
All right.
Let him be here. That's Cobra.
Rambo, that's
That's Cobra.
I apologize.
He's a professor at the Just Saying Institute.
I didn't know.
Oh my God! All right,
Just Saying Institute. I'm a professor teaching classes daily.
let's take a look at the NJM Insurance Group traffic. What's going on, Kath?
So we have looks like an accident on 95 northbound.
So I had to fake like I was having stomach problems a little while ago. What time is it? 7? Yeah, so a little less than an hour ago, I acted like I had some stomach problems, so that this time around, it would be more believable. So these guys have no clue what's going on.
The right lane is blocked with an accident. We're also slowing from the Boulevard out to Belmont, and then from the Blue Road to 202 eastbound side, slowing from the Blue Road into Belmont, and then Montgomery to South Street 422.
So what's going to happen now is I'm going to end up outside, above the 4th floor, outside the windows of the Preston and Steve show. And they have no clue what I'm doing. They think I'm taking a dump.
And then in New Jersey, 42 north backs up from the Black Horse Pike to 295, 55 northbound jams Deptford to 42. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
Preston, may I ask you, take a gander out the window there?
Uh-huh.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
God. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. What the
That's
hell?
good.
What the hell?
No, that's Casey. I thought it was just a dude working out there.
He's got a helmet on.
Hang on. Let me explain. We have construction going on in our building, and it happens to be outside of our window here that these guys are out on scaffolding. And Casey's out there. He's outside of the studio. And I just looked over and I saw a guy's bare ass up by the window. And apparently that's Casey. And he's calling the hotline right now. Hang on a
And I
second.
love that the other construction worker out there is really not phased at all. and is
He's going about his
continuing to
business.
work.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I was presented an opportunity to be on the other side of the glass, and I just jumped on it. Sorry, I'm mooning you, and they gave you the finger, and you flipped me off before you realized who I was.
Well, you were flipping me off.
I know.
93.3 WMMR.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yes. That is the phrase, and we're going to check back with our interns right now and give some more opportunities for people to possibly win $1 billion. I don't know who I'm talking to. I can't see
Think it's
anybody
Soup.
on screen, so I don't know. We're talking to Soup now. It's Campbell. Hey, Campbell. Hi. Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Campbell looks like you got a nice group of people there wanting to win $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully $1 billion. Let's just hope they have the right phrase.
All right.
What do you have to say?
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Give him that and give him a brisket slider, too, if he wants it.
What was it?
Russ Perucci.
Awesome. And where are you guys heading today?
Down to Fulcroft, into work.
Perfect. What will you guys do if you win $1 billion?
Probably keep working until my back hurts.
Gotcha. We love it.
Doesn't hurt already.
No need for that.
Go ahead.
All right, get out of here, man.
We have a few people on the back.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Let's meet him. Go ahead, Campbell. All right, she's heading
Hey,
back.
are you guys? What's up?
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah! I love the drama.
Where are you heading right now?
I'm on the road. I'm a pet sitter. I work and I came all the way from media.
Oh, that's awesome. Heading on her way, and she's grabbing a brisket slider from Steve Wilson. All right, now they got a system.
They got a system now. It's good.
Steve's handing out the sandwiches. All right, Campbell, give away another one.
What's up?
War child. Seriously.
Yes. All right, we'll send him on his way.
Now?
I'm on my way to the gym.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
He's on his way to the gym. Going to grab a brisket sandwich.
Yes.
before he goes in for the workout.
That's a power, like a power bar.
All right, go get another one, Campbell.
We got a truck coming up here.
Oh, we got a truck coming up.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Thanks for stopping by.
Who is that? Oh, he's
gone. He's pulling away.
Yeah.
All right, just continue. Keep doing what you're doing, Campbell. All right.
She's doing a
Hand
good
those
job.
up.
I'm gonna get a billionaire today. So
All right, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? And we only asked for 5%. That's it.
That's it. It's not a lot.
5% of your $1 billion because we bought the ticket and we gave you a slider and made you happy as well.
Absolutely.
And thank you to Steve Wilson and Company at Wilson Secret Sauce.
The sandwiches look good.
The location, by the way, in case you've never been to Wilson's, is 265 East Township Line Road, and that is in Upper Darby.
By the way, if you think, all that meat there's no option for me if you're a vegetarian or whatever. The best cheesesteak I think available now is his meatless cheesesteak. It's beyond, right?
I'm not sure which product he uses as the meat substitute, but we always make Steve, or he always makes them for us. I don't know, Steve, what are they made of? You know, Steve and I love those.
I love them. The Impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Impossible cheesesteak. We also have a plant-based chicken. I have a plant-based shrimp and a plant-based tuna product.
So there's tons of options.
We're all in.
Yeah.
Plant-based shrimp. Never heard of that before. All right, we got to try that next time.
Come back.
All right.
Come back. You would swear you're eating shrimp. So for the people with shellfish allergies, it's great.
That's
excellent. Terrific.
All right, thank you, Steve. We appreciate that. But yeah, try all kinds of options, man. And Steve's the best. So we love those guys. All right. We'll check back in with him in a little bit. In the meantime, back off, war child. Seriously, that's what.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
And another chance. Listen, we have lots of stuff to give away. We have tickets to Dave Matthews Band, the Friday night show. Text the word secret to 39333. You might win that way. And a little birdie tells me we might do a contest in a little while.
Yes,
because we have so many things to give away. May I offer up a butt plug real quick?
Yes.
Actually, I have two of them that I want to do, and these are really gonna they're gonna tug at your heartstrings. Because unfortunately, they involve a couple of kids that passed away. This actually is courtesy of some friends with a former intern of ours, Nicole Roche, while battling stage 4 cervical cancer herself. This is just terrible. Her son, Wes, passed away to pediatric cancer. He was only 5 years old. So they're having an event. This is courtesy of Philly and South Jersey Photography Group. So they have an event that is coming up, and it's a get-together. It's a fundraiser. It is going to be taking place Sunday the 23rd. So that's this Sunday.
Yeah.
At the Turkey Track Farms in Millville, New Jersey. Nick, do you have this information?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And it's 4 to 9 p.m. And it's only $35 in advance, $45 at the door. Children 12 and under are free. And you can stop by, and they're going to have all kinds of food and beverage and stuff like that. But just breaks my heart. He died on June 19th, so not that long ago. He was 5 years old. It was a pediatric cancer. So we want to do whatever we can to help out. That information is on the community page of WMMR.com or PrestonandSteve.com. So I just wanted to get the word out there about that. And then there's another event that's coming up on Monday, August 7th. And this is called Fish in Peace. It's the second annual golf tournament they are having. And it was it's in memory of Ryan Joseph. I don't want to mess up this last name. Jester Zemski. They called him Rye Guy. And he died, it was a couple of years ago. And we've mentioned this before, but he fell into a bonfire.
I remember this.
God.
Yeah. It was just a terrible, terrible story as well. But they have a golf outing that's coming up. There's a dinner, beer, the whole thing. It's going to be at Ramblewood Country Club, and this is going to be Monday, August 7th. And I sent that information over to Nick as well. So that is posted on PrestonandSteve.com. Just go to our community page, and there's these events that are helping out families that really, really need your assistance. And as we've said many times, outside of the good that you're doing by going to these events, it's usually, a meager donation, and you get something great. You get to meet wonderful people. You get a great food and drinks and things like that. And
I mean, if you do the math on what you'd spend just going out anyway, you end up coming out ahead, and you're doing good with whatever money you're putting into it.
So these are just two heartbreaking stories.
Yeah.
But these people need your help.
Yes.
So if you can,
absolutely.
or if you just want to make a donation, if you can't go to the event, that information is there. And like $5 or $10 will do it, too. It doesn't have to be a big, $100, $200,
or maybe
whatever.
$1 billion.
If you got $1 billion,
It's like $1 billion.
Yep, we got something for you to donate. And then an email that was a thank you for an event that we did. And I would just like to illustrate why this event is important, and your participation is very much appreciated. This is from Janet Ithen. And she said, "Hey, Preston, wanted to extend a big thank you for MMR for doing the annual blood drive. You collected 1,169 units, which surpassed last year. My daughter has a rare blood disorder and needs 3 units every 4 weeks transfused.
Wow.
It is so important for people to be aware of this, especially in the summer when the donations are low. So thanks so much. You guys rock." So I wanted to say congratulations to you and everyone who participated.
Yes.
In the blood drive, because somebody like that is absolutely dependent upon volunteers. All right. How about we lighten up a little bit? And I noticed a couple of things.
After 2 weeks of no noticer, we noticed the noticer's here.
Thank you for noticing. Yes. All right. So I'm going to start with, there's a number of things I can go to. Today is National Hot Dog Day.
You
sent
noticed
me
that.
this. Yeah, I noticed the article you sent me. National Hot Dog Day, and I have some special hot dog, it's today. Special hot dog specials.
Now, so I kind of gave a special hot dog day specials.
Hot dog specials?
Yeah.
They're so special.
Yeah.
One question I have is, and I took a quick look at the list. Are these impactful, or are these just a bunch of crap? All right.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, so Philly Pretzel Factory.
Yes. I love. Yes.
The pretzel dogs are just $1 on National Hot Dog Day.
Oh.
I love pretzel
What about
dogs.
the hot sausage ones?
Like, I eat way too many of them when they're available.
They're good.
They're so yummy. I dip
Anything
them in
pretzel.
Mustard, yummy. Casey, I don't know about the sausage.
That's the one I go for.
The sausages?
Yeah.
All right.
Where are the sausages?
By the way, well, on a sausage thing, I wanted to mention something. I told you guys a while back. I wanted
Where are the
to
sausages?
try something called the sausage roll.
Yes.
Which I had never had before. There's a YouTuber I follow. His name is Rick Shields. He's a golfer,
right?
And he's British, and he always tries. And I guess in some European countries, it's standard to have a sausage roll at the golf course. So at the turn, he always tries one of these, and they look really appetizing. Never had one. Never had the opportunity. Never seen one on a menu. Somebody emailed me about a place that has Australian pies. It's a bakery.
Which is what now?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but when Ben Simmons was drafted into,
The meat pie.
Yes.
The Aussie meat
They call
pie.
them Dimmies.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
So there's a place called True Blue Bakery. It's in Royersford. It's in Rofo. And they serve all these Australian savory pies.
Huh.
So they have beef, chicken, lamb, and sausage rolls,
All
which
right.
I had.
What'd you think?
It was fan-freaking-tastic.
Really?
I am. It lived up to every bit of the yumminess that it appeared to be.
Explain to me
It's
the
like
makings.
it's a sausage. It's not like a sausage in a casing, but it's sausage in like a phyllo dough type of thing.
Okay.
It's pretty simple.
Is it like loose sausage?
No,
Slutty?
It's kind of molded together, but
Okay.
it doesn't have a natural casing on it. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean?
yeah.
And it's rolled up in phyllo dough, and they bake it, and you can dip it in either like a steak sauce or a hot sauce or ketchup. And I loved it.
You realize you're dancing on the edge of the connoisseur right now.
I know. I
Yeah.
apologize,
All
but calorically, I'm sure it's through the roof. But I loved it. It was excellent.
People love the noticer, but they hate the connoisseur. So.
On National Hot Dog Day, this might be a breach of decorum, but I have migrated from grilling hot dogs to exclusively grilling sausages, and I prefer that. And I need a ruling on the roll. Is a hot dog roll acceptable for a grilled sausage? Because I think
so.
Like a Kaiser roll is a little bit better.
Yeah,
but a hot dog roll will suffice if you're
Dude, if you
in a
need
pinch.
if you need to fold up a piece of bread because you don't have anything else, that works as well.
All right.
Yeah, sandwich bread in a pinch.
Yes,
it'll do.
Okay.
And by the way, the reason I brought this up on the non-connoisseur day is because National Hot Dog Day is today.
Yeah,
You got
today.
to seize the moment. Carpe hot dog.
Literally have to go to 2 different hot dog joints today.
Okay, you're going to
3.
Charlie's.
No, Charlie's is burgers.
Charlie's. What? Oh.
So I'm gonna go to Relish, and then I gotta go to Nifty 50s for the Texas Tommy. But I also I gotta go to Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Okay.
3 hot dogs is good for hot dog day, right?
I think that's absolutely appropriate.
Here's a couple other deals. You can get a $1.29 chili cheese coney at Sonic.
What's a coney?
It's a chili dog.
It's like a Dickford.
Chili dog.
Sucking on a chili dog?
Just like sucking on a chili dog.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
The deal's only available through Sonic's mobile app, but you can redeem up to 5 dogs.
Highlight of my year was sucking on a chili dog, literally outside the Tasty Freeze.
That's
that
right.
was amazing.
And that was in
That was in
Arizona?
New Mexico.
In New Mexico.
Yeah.
But I used to go to Sonic regularly, and I would always, when I was a fat boy, I was getting the conies all the time.
I'm not familiar with the conies.
Oh, they're so good. Target.
Kathy.
Ding, 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 ding. Target Circle members. Are you a Circle member?
I mean, come on. Is that a real question, Preston?
You can save 25% on select hot dog brands like Ballpark Franks and Applegate Farms. Yes.
Wait, I want to tell you a quick non-related hot dog story.
Okay.
I am shopping for new appliances for my kitchen, and I was at Best Buy yesterday, and I was obviously opening the doors to the refrigerators to check. There were hot dogs in their refrigerators.
Fake hot dogs?
No, they were plugged in, they were cold, and there were packs of hot dogs in the refrigerators at Best Buy.
A lot of them, or just
No, like there
one
were-
pack per refrigerator?
Like 2 or 3 packs per refrigerator.
Wow. Really?
Yes. And then if you open the freezer, there were hamburgers.
I wonder if.
I even touched them to see if it was
Well,
real.
maybe that's part of that. They just, people want to touch and feel something that's in
How
there.
cold it is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that
I
makes
was like,
sense.
all right.
Interesting.
It's kinda funny.
Never seen that before. All right, here's another deal. The original hot dog factory. Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
You
the
guys
original.
familiar with that? Well, they have a deal. Never mind. I'll skip over that. Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, there was a Wiener Schnitzel really close to the. That's a hard word to say, isn't it? Really close to the Tasty Freeze. In fact, I was going to go to Wiener Schnitzel, and then I saw the Tasty Freeze. And I'm like, oh, I got to go there instead.
Because it was your chance to suck on a chili dog.
Exactly.
Outside of the Tasty Freeze. You can get up to 4 original chili dogs for just $4.
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
But if you want cheese, you have to pay extra. And then finally, Whole Foods is offering 25% discount on hot dogs from various brands from July 12th through the 18th for all Prime members.
Nothing at Costco, huh?
I didn't see that. Costco's got some great hot dogs.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
They are very inexpensive. You're right.
And they're the size of kayaks.
And then they have the chicken bake. You ever had that?
No.
Oh, that's one of their signature items.
Costco items?
Yeah. It's like it's almost like the sausage roll, but with chicken and larger. It's encased in this dough type thing. And I think it's got like a Caesar flavor to it. Interesting. Man.
What?
I noticed another food thing.
Are you
this is
kidding
really-
me?
Yeah. I thought about saving this for Friday for the connoisseur. I don't
even know who you are.
I thought about saving this for the connoisseur, but we talked about this before, and it was a big story. Yum Brands Taco Bell prevailed yesterday.
Yes, I saw that.
In its self-described bid to liberate the phrase Taco Tuesday. As competing fast food chain Taco John's told the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office that it would abandon its federal Taco Tuesday trademark. The big guy won.
That's pretty amazing.
Taco Bell won.
That's a shame.
I kind of agree, Kathy.
Yeah.
And you know why?
I thought the smaller guy had the momentum.
Yeah, but they said it would have costed him $1 million. It would have cost him millions to fight it, and he couldn't do it.
That's the way.
And that's when they needed like a pro bono.
Yeah. Or pro share.
Well, okay, either one.
Yeah.
Or pro edge. That'd be Bono.
Yeah.
But to step up and say, look, we'll take on this case. And a lot of times high profile law firms will do that to create more, success stories in their.
A lot of times, they'll just wait them out and just, bleed them with the court costs.
This is what happens, man. The big guy wins, unfortunately.
We love Taco Bell.
Sure. But still, these guys have had it. And they've had it trademarked. Taco Bell has asked the USPTO in May, they had asked them to cancel the trademark, calling it a common phrase that Taco John's have monopolized unfairly in the restaurant industry. In a statement, Taco John's CEO, Jim Creel, said, "We've always prided ourselves on being the home of Taco Tuesday, but paying millions of dollars to lawyers to defend our mark just doesn't feel like the right thing to do."
So do we believe whether or not they were the actual flashpoint for the phrase Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, apparently they were the first to do it.
That's what I understood, that they were the first to do it.
He said the Cheyenne, Wyoming-based chain would instead donate $100 for each of its nearly 400 locations to a nonprofit for restaurant workers in crisis and challenged Taco Bell to do the same. They haven't responded yet to that. Taco John's own the right to use the Taco Tuesday name in commerce in every state except New Jersey, where it is still owned by Gregory's Restaurant and Bar in Summers Point. And a separate Taco Bell challenge to that trademark is still pending. The restaurant's co-owner, Gregory.
Gregory?
That's what it says here. That can't be right.
What does Tom Hagen think about this?
Told Reuters that he did not have plans to give up its trademark, and he was shocked that Taco John's had abandoned its mark so soon. Shock.
Yeah.
So he's not giving up. Interesting.
Next time you want to get mad at the man, do a little deep dive on the connection between Yum Brands, PepsiCo, and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, the guy that we had in a couple of weeks ago.
Alex Perlman, yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea that Taco Bell essentially, no. Pizza Hut essentially, Pepsi essentially bought Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and it's a really interesting connection, and there's a lot of money involved, as there usually is.
And it'll get you kind of fired up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Casey, someone wants to point something out. I think probably specifically to you. Okay. Let me go to Chris. It's about hot dogs. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning, guys. So I was wondering if you guys knew how the hot dog got the job despite having a criminal record.
How?
It was a misdemeanor.
Oh, my God.
That's a stretch, but we'll take it.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, see you later.
Mr. Wiener.
I like it.
Mr. Wiener. All right, I did notice some other things that aren't food related.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
All right, many dating app users are not seeking romantic meetups at all. I saw in this article.
They're not going for the little one night stand. They're going for something more substantive.
No. They're not seeking anything. They just are on the app, and they're not using it for meetups. It says half of nearly 1,400 Tinder users surveyed said that they weren't interested in actually finding dates at all. Nearly 2/3 reported that they were already in relationships, and some were married while they were using the app.
So what's the purpose of having the app?
The study reported that many chose to stay active on dating apps, even if they aren't looking for dates or hookups for the same reasons they use social media.
Ah.
To kind of see what's out there?
Yeah, the platforms have become similar sources of entertainment and social connection while providing users with the confidence boost that comes with collecting likes and matches.
I don't think I'd be on a dating app that was basically like Twitter.
So being attached, being married, this entire, or at least in a relationship, ever since this stuff came into existence, I have no idea what those things are about. I've never even looked at a dating app. I've never gone on and just swiped through to see what that is even that experience is even like. I would like to have someone who has an account to let me play with their phone for a minute and
get them a date.
Just see what it's all about.
Well, like a Tinder?
Well, yeah, whatever. Just
it's fun.
Is it?
It's entertainment. Yeah, I mean, you can sit at the bar with somebody if they're single or not or whatever, and scroll through their Tinder account, and it's great virtual people watching.
In the movie Coda, one of the son, the whole family would sit around as he's flipping through and going through dates, and I'm like, that would be kind of fun.
I did know somebody who stayed on, though, and the wife would see the alerts come up on the phone. It was like, why are you still on? It wasn't Tinder, but it was like one of them.
Okay.
So what is the one that provides you, it was all the rage. It was the most, I think, impactful one when it first came out that tells you geographically how far you are away.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Well,
yes.
Grindr does that.
Was that Grindr?
Does it?
Yeah.
Like literally you are 1.2 miles from
I've been in
so-and-so.
I've been in a gay bar with a friend, and he whipped it out, the Grindr app, and Steve, there were literally like 6 dudes on the app at that bar.
Wow.
He was like,
there are
all
people,
right.
There we go.
It's go time.
15 yards from you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty wild. I think that aspect is pretty interesting.
You know what? For me, one of the interesting things is, too, that any app really, if used properly, can be a dating app. People use Instagram as a dating app all the time.
Yeah. Marissa, you had a comment?
I think you would love it. My friends and I will we'll like a screen share and put somebody's app on the TV, and then as a group,
Yes.
we all
Yes.
decide. Oh,
That's
it's so
funny.
fun.
I'll bet a lot of people do that.
Oh yeah. In fact, like bars have started doing it.
Sure.
Like a whole night.
So
That's a
they'll
great
just put up
idea.
and they'll slide through the profiles of people who are on the app.
Yeah, like everybody in the room gets to say swipe left or right.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
if
We
you
should
got-
do that.
And you should go by the ruling of the crowd.
Yep.
And if you have really sadistic friends, they're going to make that really interesting.
Let's do
for
that
you.
here. Let's throw it up at some point. We can't do it now
Well-
because obviously we're connected to our incredible potential $1 billion giveaway.
Marissa said that Kyle would offer up.
Oh.
Kyle Mack would offer up one of his dating apps
and
for us to go through.
he needs help with choosing ladies.
Should we do that one morning?
Yeah, we should.
We'll get. Yeah, he's not that. He was telling me some of the dating woes yesterday. I mean,
Okay.
he does well, but he's
No, he does really well. I just think he needs to choose better.
I mean, he's fathered so many children out of wedlock.
Listen, there probably is.
Yeah.
You know, the J-date exists for people that want to date within the Jewish community. We need like a black stripper one for.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, that's what we're going to get past.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
The stripper hooker situation.
All right,
Not
so-
hooker.
Not
Porn
hooker,
star.
no.
Porn
Not
star.
hooker.
Porn star.
Only strippers.
But Kyle prefers women of color, and we we'll have to go through some of those with him. Some point. We'll
Listen,
do
there's
that.
nothing wrong with liking what you like.
He's a super good-looking, talented guy, and he's a
Oh,
catch.
look, you like that sausage thing in the philo dough.
I love it.
And he's got a
It's
single
super.
coming out soon.
He does on Friday. We're
Sausages.
gonna have him in on Friday to talk about that. All right. By the way, the
It's a ballad about
Black strippers.
study co-author Germano Veracruz, a data scientist and professor of psychology in France, said that the dynamic results in a game of deception. Those who genuinely want real-life connections have a lower probability of finding success because fewer users are there with the same objective. He said some people feel deceived with the use of dating apps because each time you have a new platform, people think that they might really find someone, and then people go from platform to platform, but each time they are there, they are not satisfied. But those who start swiping merely as a form of distraction aren't getting what they want out of the experience either. The researchers found that Tinder users who reported the least satisfaction from the app are the ones using it to cope with negative emotions and other issues, such as avoidant attachment styles or psychological qualities like impulsivity.
Statistically, the amount of people who are actively using these apps has apparently dropped, and that a more standard ways of meeting people back on the upswing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder how if that will continue to trend that way or if it will swing
it
back
cyclical?
down. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe. By the way, this study does report a silver lining. People who use dating apps for their intended purposes are still most likely to achieve satisfaction, even if getting there requires wading through all matches whose goals don't align. So it still seems to be working for the people who are using them. So, all right. Noticed another thing. Cameo.
Yes.
The website that gets you the video greetings from celebrities is downsizing again. The Chicago startup which was valued at more than $1 billion.
That's like $1 billion.
In 2021, intends to lay off 80 workers. The CEO, Stephen Galanis, confirmed that Cameo decided to reduce the size of our team.
What's causing this, do they say?
But the executive did not acknowledge the number of jobs the firm would eliminate. The move reportedly leaves Cameo with fewer than 50 employees, a major shift from the nearly 400 staffers that he had said the firm had back when business was really booming. In this article, it doesn't really say
maybe the
why.
The attraction or the newness of it is worn thin. Yeah, and that... because there were a lot of people who jumped on and made some significant cash away from this.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's funny because like people like Gilbert Gottfried were on it.
Yeah.
The
people who are mid or low level could still
Right.
make a supplemental income.
Right, and do a decent bit of money, but whether you're going to be able to make an entire income on it and live off that, I guess that's the question.
One of the most popular ones was the guy from The Office. I don't know him, bald guy.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah. He was considered one of the most popular. Now, he wasn't charging the most. Some of the really, really top line celebrities were charging like a ridiculous amount. He was charging, I think, a fairly affordable amount. Very funny, very popular.
Yeah, Brian Baumgartner, I think his name is, and Kate Flannery was doing it too.
Yeah.
And they would personalize them and make them entertaining.
I got Kevin Sorbo for a Kevin Sorbo fan as a gift, and that ran about $50, and he did like a whole couple of minutes.
Yeah, Doug Benson was doing it for a stretch too. He might still be doing it.
In May of 2022, Camo laid off 87 workers at the time. Galanis said in a statement that Camo hired a lot of people quickly so it could support both fan and talent demand during the pandemic lockdowns, and then the market rapidly changed, he said. They called the decision a course correction so that the firm could regain focus as well as achieve the agility to navigate new challenges.
So more than likely they can handle what they need to handle now with a reduced staff. They just needed to set everything up.
Probably, yeah. So,
have you ever? Is there anyone you would get a cameo from? Or? Yeah,
nobody I can think of. I downloaded the app and I was like, "Ooh, this could be kind of fun." I started going through and I'm like,
"This is not so fun."
Nope, this is kind of dumb. But some people love it. So there you go. All right, here's another thing I noticed. We talked about the blood drive, and at the blood drive, sometimes you will have people who are, who have donated several gallons.
Yes.
Over the years. This is a woman who did not donate blood, but she is a generous mother who has helped feed thousands of babies.
Wow.
The Oregon woman has a condition called hyperlactation syndrome.
Oh.
Meaning she produces more breast milk than a normal person. That is normal, yeah.
I know somebody who has it.
Okay. And do they donate their breast milk?
They work at a car wash.
I think she ended up donating. I mean, there were people that were like freezing her breast milk for her.
So if it keeps producing, what do you do? I mean, is she basically constantly lactating?
So let me ask you this. I just want to see what you guys think. Between February of 2015 and June of 2018, so that's a little less than 3 years. Or is that over 3 years? I guess it'd be over 3 years-ish.
Right, okay.
How many gallons of milk do you think she donated?
Oh, my gosh.
Just curious. Just what's the first number that pops
1,000.
1,000.
No, I'm not going to say that much. Maybe 300.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, like 500 or 600.
All right, 422 gallons.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of freaking
gallons. That is a ridiculous amount. But apparently she had, I guess she's the record holder or something.
All right.
Came
across the finish line.
She said, how many individual babies have benefited from my milk? That is impossible to know. But she said she is hopeful that her story will help normalize milk sharing.
And she moonlights at a coffee shop.
But yeah, Cass, so you know somebody? Did they kind of have to pump all the time, or
yeah,
okay. Like all the time.
I mean,
like every day.
I mean, it was like having a baby. So when you have a baby and you breastfeed, I mean, if you wait too long, it's going to start to leak out. So yeah, it was like that.
Okay,
but
it's crazy.
But I feel like now. She, even though, so she's not pumping and not donating, but still gets it doesn't completely dry up.
Is it like, does she have like one of those automatic like oil rigs and the
I don't know. I don't.
That's 400 gallons.
I don't know too much about it, but I just recently had a conversation with her about it. And yeah, so apparently there's always like something.
There it is. Sorry, I'm lactating.
So what does a wet nurse make? A wet nurse is obviously provides the same job, right? A wet nurse, a professional wet nurse.
I don't know. I mean, I've never really looked into. Does a wet nurse? Do they actually
provide the milk? Yeah,
but I mean, does the baby feed on?
I thought they suckled on him.
Is that what a wet nurse does?
That's what I thought.
Okay,
yeah.
they don't pump.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's changed these days. Not really sure.
Now that the Willy Wonka system has been employed.
Yeah, they have that full system that you can get. And it's portable, by the way. I know it sounds really loud.
Preston, just look quick on the screen. This guy's pretending he's driving up, coming in for a lottery ticket.
Well, why don't we go to them now? If we're going to point that out, we'll go right to it now. So let's get back to giving away potentially $1 billion. And we are going to check in with our interns. I don't know who we're going to go to. Is it Campbell? Are you there? Any of you guys? Not sure if they're monitoring us or not. Let's see.
Hey, we're here.
Hello?
Hi, Campbell. We just wanted to check back in and listen to you give away some potential $1 billion winners here.
We are giving away. Hopefully we have a winner in this pile, but we did have someone just pull up. If you guys have the phrase, back off, war child, seriously.
And
there it is. Where are you guys heading today? Back home to work. Oh, gotcha. Well, thanks for stopping by.
And don't forget, 5%. 5%.
5%.
If you win, we get 5%.
She hands the ticket back.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, sorry, war child.
Paying an agent fee or anything like that. We saw a guy, Campbell, while we had you guys turned down, but he looked like he was pretending like he drove up in a car. Is that what we saw?
So he's actually right behind us here.
Okay.
He did pretend to give us the whole bit to drive up in the car, but we didn't turn him down because he did know the phrase.
Very good. What's his name? Let's say hi to him real quick.
Tim.
Tim, you're on there right now.
Hey, how you doing,
Awesome.
Steve?
Oh, he's talking to you, Steve.
Oh, doing well. Yes.
Not you, Preston.
He likes Steve better.
So you knew the phrase?
Do you know the phrase?
I did know the phrase. Back off, war child.
All right.
I got to say hi to Casey, though.
Oh, hi, Tim.
You might remember me from Delco versus Bucksco. I was the guy who photobombed him outside of Pika's.
Oh. Well, you're right around the corner from there, so.
You love Pikas.
I do.
Tim, by the way, are you aware that you only owe us 5% if you win the lottery, right?
I'll give you 10%.
Oh, man. Tim's the man.
Yeah. That recorded
I'm also
right
the
here.
proud owner of Tim's Auto Care across the street.
Oh,
no way.
Anybody
Tim.
needs any kind of automotive service, anything at all.
Absolutely, Tim. Right across the street from Steve's place.
Yeah, Wilson's Secret Sauce. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Tim. We appreciate it, buddy. Good luck. All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right. Campbell, we'll check back with you and Matt in a little bit. You guys doing a great job, by the way, okay?
We still have a lot of tickets, so.
All right,
There's
good.
still a bunch left. Okay, we have 100 of these that we're giving away. So if you have just a minute or two, it's on us, man. Yeah. You stop by and you say, back off, war child, seriously, and you will walk away with a ticket that could make you $1 billion winner by this time tomorrow, man.
Your life could be changed.
The drawing is tonight. So 265 East Township Line Road in Upper Darby, Delaware County, Pennsylvania. And it's Wilson's Secret Sauce. And there's free brisket sandwiches.
Yeah.
There are sliders that Steve Wilson has made himself, so they're ready to go. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back in a second. I think we're going to do a contest when we get back. So hang out for a moment. We will return shortly.
Preston and Steve.
On 93.3 WMMR.
And you flipped me off before you realized who I was.
Well, you were flipping me off.
I know. You're like, I'm just going to give this guy the finger pack. And you're like, oh, my God, that's Casey.
Yeah.
So, hi, guys.
Do we get a picture of the actual mooning? Because it was amazing, especially with the skyline behind you.
No, we missed it.
Oh, damn it.
We can recreate it. I'm sure Casey doesn't mind dropping his pants again. Case?
Yeah, I don't know how to mime. Is that what you were saying?
You know what's great on that video?
We had nothing to do with miming. I was wondering if you could drop your pants again because we missed that. We didn't get a picture of it.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so
He's miming on the radio.
would Casey mind, I think is what you said, not mind.
My mind, it's the same thing.
He started doing the fake pane of glass thing.
Is that what he thought I said?
I guess
That's
so.
adorable.
This other worker, I just love it. Casey mooned us again. He looked at him and like not he didn't crack a smile, nothing.
The first time, Kath, when I did it, you were still doing your traffic. He was the only one who saw me, and you just hear him go, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Casey, is it cold out there at all, or is it protected?
What's that?
Is it cold out there at all, or is it protected by the
No,
glass at this point?
I'm totally fine. Yeah, no, we're completely enclosed in glass. So the outer glass is it's cut off from the elements outside.
Yeah, so they have this atrium that they're adding to the building here. Ask this construction worker what his name is.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man, I don't want to do this.
Hey, what's your name, by the way? Robert. That's Robert over here, guys.
Hey, Robert. We've been looking at Robert's ass for the better part of the morning, so yeah.
Like, hey, guys, I hate you.
I'm trying to do my goddamn job.
Seriously.
Okay. How did you get out there, by the way?
So you got to go down the third floor. Well, first I had to sign a giant waiver, and then I put a hard hat on, and then I went down to the third floor. I walked out. Had to climb up a ladder.
Oh,
really cool. Yeah,
I've been wanting to do this stuff for a while.
Hey, let me ask you this: is the fart earlier? Was that you about to go out onto the scaffolding? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Casey was faking a bathroom emergency, and he came back and said it was fart. And I was like, I thought that was a little odd.
No, because if it's Casey, you would have figured he would have crapped his pants.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I thought I was going to be out there earlier, but what I actually had to do was go through all of like the legal stuff of signing my life away. But at that point, I thought I was coming outside, but I wasn't. So
this kind of stuff, construction. When you see this, you just want. I think it's cool. Like that's why we talked about like Diggerland or whatever it is. Anything with the equipment and cranes and stuff like that. Look at you. You make a good construction worker. You look good in your hard hat and everything. The way you moon.
Right?
I think you look like the foreman. You know, like you look like the guy in charge of everybody out there.
Are you sure it looks like a fireman? That's a fat joke, guys.
A fat joke?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, get on in here.
All right. Come on back in.
All right.
Bye. Guys, I thought it was a guy who works here that maybe was a listener and decided to show us his butthole. But no, it was Casey. It's Shirley Bassey's birthday today. Yeah. Love her.
Pretty girl, beware of his heart of gold. His heart is cold. He loves only gold. He loves only gold. Only gold. Only gold. He loves gold. He loves gold.
It's the only reason I bring the birthday up every year. That and actually, we had mentioned that she was on the Oscars and they had her come out and sing that song, and her voice was outstanding.
Hasn't lost a bit.
She's 83 years old. She's still a gorgeous woman, too,
Yeah.
at 83.
She also sang the other Bond song for the movie Diamonds Are Forever.
Okay. Diamonds are forever. I don't know how it goes.
Sparkling round my little finger, unlike men, the diamonds linger.
Wow.
Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for.
So she's 83 today.
We have that as well.
Oh, wow.
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they might desert me.
Nice.
I could have done those parts. I could have sung those songs.
Easily. All right, and then we have Rachel Nichols, who is in...
Rachel Nichols, jingling in your pockets.
Nichols. And another bass player, Rick Savage of Def Leppard. He turns 60 years old today.
And an odd thing, he's got extra appendages.
Wow, really?
He's got 3 legs.
He picked... when this band was in their height when Pyromania came out, I was a huge fan.
Oh my God,
of Def Leppard. They were great. I went to that tour. I went to that concert. It was awesome. It was one of my first real rock shows that I went to.
And they were driven by a robust MTV presence.
Oh my God, yes.
I told you that I don't remember what year that came out. It had to have been 84, 85, something like that.
No, it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like 82, I think.
Okay, hang on. Is Pour Some Sugar on Me on that one?
No, that's... Oh, wait. Pyromania. I'm sorry.
83 is when it came out.
Okay.
January of 83. And...
No, it was not on that album. Man, what was Pour Some Sugar? That was a gigantic album, and I can't remember the name of it.
After the Gold
Not
Rush.
High and Dry. What the hell is the...
No, High and Dry was early. Hang on a second here.
Hysteria.
That's it.
And that was 87.
That was 87, okay.
Yeah.
Because I have a vivid memory of a guy that at the pool, he came with his boombox, a la Lloyd Dobler, blaring "Pour Some Sugar on Me" because he was trying to get pumped up. He was going to do a triple off of the high dive.
Okay.
And that was his motivational song?
That was his motivation.
Pour Some Sugar on Me?
It's like right out of a movie, right? Like, basically like jean jacket and cut off jean shorts.
Clear me a path.
Right? And he's blaring "Pour Some Sugar on Me," and he gets up onto the high dive.
Today's the day.
Today is the day. He had been working himself up for this for like an entire weekend.
Are you ready to do it today?
Right? So he gets up.
Gandalf showed up. Oh my God.
When you're done pouring your sugar, I want to see the greatest dive of all time.
Anyway, what happened?
All right, so what happens is he gets up on the high dive, blaring music.
You and me, babe.
And he got up and
what did he do?
He counted the 3. He got off of the end of the board. He did 1 flip, 2 flips, 2.5 flips, and then landed flat on his back. Splattered all over the place. I swear to God, he got up spitting blood because he hit smack so hard. Ow. It was great, man. What a great memory.
Rick Savage's birthday. Sometimes he just heads down that path, and you have to let him go.
I
we need to hear.
Sometimes in life, you need to let things happen of their own accord.
We need to flush it out. So
we learned something about some dude we'll never meet.
Yeah, he's all right. Rick Savage is 60.
Thank you, Rick Savage. Thank you
wherever
for that memory.
you are.
Me TV, they have billboards in the city now, and they're promoting the Flintstones are on at like 6 or 6:30 every night.
I know, it's crazy.
I know, it's so stupid that we're watching recanned show, but Me TV does it well. They do the Flintstones into the Honeymooners. I always hated the Honeymooners, but I loved the Flintstones. And they're the same show, basically.
It's the same show, yeah.
But I didn't like the Honeymooners because Ralph Cramden was an a-hole.
Yeah.
He just,
Alice, I'm going to beat you to death with a hammer.
Right, that's kind of what the implication. I mean, to the
If
moon.
my dinner isn't on the table at 5:30, I'll punch you in the throat until you die.
Yeah, to the moon essentially was that. I'm going to punch you to the moon.
Yeah.
The good old days.
I'm going to throw you down the stairs and beat you with a sack of oranges. To the moon.
They loved
but
it.
not before I strangle you and rub a hot iron across your face. Then I'm going to cover you in pork chop sauce and put you into a pit with rabid dogs. I'm going to cut you up so bad you'll never be able to have children.
Oh, my God.
I'll remove your breasts with a wood planer.
To me, it was so depressing, too, because they had their clothing was in a bureau in the kitchen.
Well, they were poor. I mean, they were just making ends meet. But
I mean, there's
Desi Arnaz used to beat his wife too, because I remember she spent too much. She spent too much money on like hats or something like that. And there was an episode he bent her over his knee and spanked her.
Oh, and there was another episode one time, Casey. I kid you not. She had done something that was going to piss him off, so she decided to go and get a sunburn so that he wouldn't hit her. Jesus.
Oh my
That's
God.
what television programming was. Lucy, I'm going to throw you down the elevator shaft. Lucy, I'm going to take your back, tie you to the dumpster, and drive the car into you. Ricky.
1950s programming,
Wow.
man.
I'm going to cut your head off.
That's ridiculous.
Columbia necktie. Break your legs.
See, the audience ate it up, though.
They loved it.
You know?
There was an episode of Different Strokes where Arnold got in trouble, and Mr. Drummond, because he wasn't his actual father,
put him in a wood chipper?
No. They brought his uncle in to beat him with a belt. I'm not lying. That's that was a legit episode.
Storyline.
Yeah. Here, get the switch over here. Get your uncle.
I can't beat you. But fortunately, we found someone who can.
Got a
Do you
blood
remember
relative.
in the Dick Van Dyke Show when Dick Van Dyke slammed Mary Tyler Moore's head in the car door?
Oh, yeah.
Because the mashed potatoes were lumpy?
But the audience loved it.
They were lumpy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to make your head lumpy.
Something new from Hershey's. I have. You guys like Hershey's Kisses, right? I mean, pretty much.
I do.
Does.
I do. They're especially on the holidays too. You get those cookies with the big single Hershey's Kiss right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle, yeah. Hershey's has created a new flavor, and they arrived. No, I'm sorry. They arrived in 2019, and now they're back for Valentine's Day. It is the Hershey's Lava Cake Kisses.
And is it made from actual molten lava?
It burns the inside of the interior of your mouth. Yes. The kisses are dark chocolate with a gooey chocolate center.
This seems very
It's a Jewish chocolate center.
Bill Weston loves
Is that a Jewish thing?
Is that a Jewish thing?
Gooey.
This has a very Jewy taste to it.
Mazel.
They're so moist and Jewy.
Mazel, mazel. Of course I would say that.
Is that a Jewish thing?
Oh, my God.
And there goes the second.
It's a wonderful cookie with the taste of Israel.
The kisses are dark chocolate with a gooey chocolate center.
Is that a Jewish thing?
Not a Jewy chocolate center. And I just said Jesus under my breath, too. Jeez.
Well, he was a Jew.
That's right. The limited edition holiday flavor is available at Target, Walmart, and other retailers.
I like this concept. Do you like the chocolate molten cake?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God,
I very much do. I bought this for my my wife and our last anniversary.
Wheeze.
Wheeze anniversary. And by the way, if chocolate has a discolored look to it, does not necessarily mean that it's bad. Yeah. Yeah, I did read that a while back. That doesn't mean that.
So what does it mean?
It's bad. Somebody look
even
it up. 'Cause
Jewier.
I don't. It's.
Oh.
It's kosher.
Okay, all right, that's what it means.
Yeah.
So Preston, just a quick thing on these candies, the ones that have the molten, is that a soft center?
It's a gooey,
center.
Chocolate
I
center.
like that idea.
Yeah, I do too. Here we go. It says, when you see white or grayish film on the surface of your food, it normally means product has gone bad, but it's different with chocolate. When the cocoa butter fats in chocolate separate from the cocoa mass and rise to the surface, it results in something called fat bloom. You gonna eat your fat bloom?
Are you gonna eat that fat bloom?
Listen, if you're not going to eat your fat bloom till I have it, it looks really good.
Did I have
So if it's white, it's
Could I please have your fat bloom? It looks extra delicious.
it might not be bad, but it's called fat bloom. I'm
Right.
gonna pass
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
So let's just make a dessert, cut right to the chase, and fat bloom.
One last thing. Marissa sent this to me. It involves booze, so thank you, Marissa. Red Lobster has added a specialty cocktail to their menu. Red Lobster is now offering a Bloody Mary, but with a twist in line with their brand.
On 93.3 WMMR.
We are now going to Wilson's Secret Sauce, and we are going to check in with intern Matt, who is going to give away chances to win money. Matt, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. Well, let's do it, man.
All right, awesome. So I'm here actually with my cousin Danielle. She's on her way.
Yeah, we love your show. We try to listen to it every morning, even though your show is often doing battle in the air with this one country station we can't stand.
Where are you? Stream it online, actually, instead of battling with the station.
Now I'm going to actually try to be more tech savvy and hear you more clearly.
Okay. That's a good call. Where do you live, by the way?
Mannheim, Pennsylvania, as of right now.
Okay.
We're visiting down here. My husband's currently working in Westchester. We drop him off every other Wednesday and then visit the grandparents.
All right. Well, listen, even though you're a relative of someone at the radio station, we still need you to officially give us the phrase, please.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do it in a Scottish accent for fun just to put a break in it.
Okay.
Back off, more child. Seriously.
Seriously, you understand. All right.
Sure to send that 5% your way.
All right, nice. She knows
thanks.
it by heart.
I like that. All right, get out of here, cuz.
Yeah.
Good to see you, and enjoy that brisket sandwich, that brisket slider from Wilson's Secret Sauce. Matt, let's get another one. Do you have any other, or did everybody
here comes
leave?
the vehicle.
Oh, there's more people pulling up. All right, go ahead, man.
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? What's your name?
Billy Horan.
All right, you got something to say?
Billy the Beard.
Got something to say?
I say the briskets was delicious and thank you.
No. You got a phrase that pays.
Wait, he wrote it down.
All right.
He wrote it down. Hang on.
Good stuff.
Yeah, he said it that time. He actually had to go get a piece of
Write
paper
it
and
down.
Wait, he was like the little kid where you're like, what do you say?
Yeah.
Thank you. They were delicious and thank you.
Now, we got a whole line coming around here, Preston.
All right, let's go to another one, Matt. All right.
All right. Hi, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin?
From Delco.
Hey!
From Delco. What do you got to say?
Back off, more child. Seriously.
Congratulations. Thanks.
All right, good luck to you. All right, more cars are coming, Matt. Keep working down the line. Go ahead, bud. Yep.
Yeah. You go to them.
Look at this. This is like a drive-through.
Yes.
How you doing? What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. All right. You got something to say to me, Chris?
Back off, war child. Seriously.
All
There it
right.
is. Give that man a chance to win $1 billion. Tickets from the Powerball lottery. The drawing is tonight. All right, now we're coming up to a work truck.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Jim Bell, hey, don't back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah, he's right there ready with it. What's his company? Who does he work for?
Oh, Donald Roofing.
All
Right up the
right.
road.
Excellent. And even if I was War Child, I would back off from you, dude. You look intimidating. All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
really got in the character?
Yeah, he did. All right, let's get a couple more.
I totally backed off.
And then we'll let you guys clear the way because there's a lot of cars there. Go ahead, Matt.
Wait, go to him.
She just drove right
Run
past
up, go get her.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
All right. Here you go. All right. Have a good one.
Oh, and Steve Wilson's running up with brisket sliders to hand to everybody. Here, don't forget these. All right, one more.
All right.
Wait, she was yelling it.
Have her repeat it.
She's gone.
All right.
Here's your ticket.
She needs the ticket. She got the sandwich. She was happy with that. So,
Brisket
all right,
and a ticket.
Matt, keep on going. We'll check back in with you guys in a while, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, see you, bud. There are people, they're yelling it when they pull up, and I love it. So that's what we want, is people left and right getting these tickets and an opportunity to win $1 billion, possibly, courtesy of the Preston and Steve Show. It'd be pretty nice, right?
Billion.
And we're not done with that.
No?
We have a bunch of prizes.
More ways to win?
Here it is Wednesday morning. We got a lot of things to give away. If we don't do it now, next thing you know, we're going to have a bunch of guests booked, and we're not going to have time to start doing giveaways. So I suggested we do a contest today, and we have decided that we indeed will. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play.
It's time for Preston Elliott's rock trivia game that no one would play with him.
All right, so
This is the game you get to play.
this is a game I actually get to play. All you have to do is agree or disagree with my answer,
You will give an answer. You have to determine whether it's right or wrong.
and you can win a prize. And this all got started. The genesis of this game was I had this 80s rock Trivial Pursuit game that somebody gave me as a gift.
It's right here. I'm holding it up to the camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no one in my family would ever play it with me because, number one, they don't really like Trivial Pursuit. My wife does not. She's not a Trivial Pursuit fan. Man, do I miss playing Trivial Pursuit.
It's a great game.
I used to play it with my friends. It was so much fun. And especially the rock of the 80s. None of my family knows that stuff. Maybe Carter might be pretty good at it now. He's become a little bit versed in that realm and era. And actually, Caroline has too. But anyhow, I never got to play it. It sat around collecting dust. So I brought it in one day, and we decided to finally let me play the game that I want to play.
Because it's partially in the pocket of the expansive history of WMMR, so you can play at home as well.
Yeah. So it's a chance for me to get to play, and you get to win something. And whether I'm full of crap or if you think I got it right, you can agree or disagree with me, and you just might win a prize. So it's pretty simple. Steve asks the question, I give the answer, and then we ask if you agree or disagree. So we ready to try and play this?
Yes.
All right. The word is, where's just the, hang on a second.
That's
Is
the
it?
blue
Yeah.
one right there.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to our first caller, and it's Brian who's going to play. Hey, Brian, good morning.
Hi. Hi, Brian. All right. I'm going to ask Preston a question. He will give an answer. You agree or disagree with his answer, okay?
Got it.
All right, Preston. And we've made a number of these easier to move product. What famous rock star's son eventually became the drummer for The Who?
What famous rock star's son eventually became the drummer
for The Who?
I'm going to say, Brian, that was one Mr. Ringo Starr.
Disagree.
He was right. Preston was right.
Zach Starkey is the drummer for The Who, and that is Ringo's son. I actually got to see him play with The Who at Madison Square Garden.
How was he?
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was great. And I was very impressed. Doesn't play like Ringo. Is obviously to play The Who, you got to be a lot more kinetic and a lot more busy and involved in the music. And he's great. So, I knew that one.
Sorry about that.
All right, let's get another call.
Sorry about it.
Let's go. Let's go to Vince. Hey, Vince, you there?
Guess who's touching you?
Oh, my God.
Playing that with some college friends this weekend.
Guess who's touching you? Nick's college game.
All right, let's play, Vince. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Vince has good pipes on his ears.
Yeah, he does.
All right, Vince, Preston, this is for you, Preston. You decide whether this answer is correct or not, Vince. What legendary rock star has admitted to once attempting to break into Graceland to meet his idol, Elvis Presley?
What legendary rock star admitted to attempting to break into Graceland?
Right, to meet his idol, Elvis Presley.
I believe it was Don Henley of the Eagles.
He says Don Henley, Vince. What do you say?
No, I actually know that one. That was Bruce Springsteen.
You were right.
Nice job.
That's how you play it. Well done.
All right, what do we have for Vince?
Wow, Vince, I love you, brother, man. You have won yourself a case of Workhorse Brewing Company's Par Punch. That is the perfect beer for the course. It's falling at 5% ABV. This juicy ale offers a tropical punch aroma mixed with a blend of citrus juices, mango and pineapple. Grip it and rip it with Par Punch.
What would have happened if Bruce Springsteen would have broken into Graceland and gotten busted?
I gotta be quiet so no one hears me.
If he had imagine that exchange.
Yeah. If he actually
Big friend.
came across Elvis.
You look all frumpled, man. Why don't you find yourself an iron?
But I guess it never happened. He had thought about it. All
A
right.
monkey.
Let's go to another caller. Preston Elliott's Rock Trivia Game.
That no one would play with you.
Preston Elliott's rock trivia game that no one would play with him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to play the whole intro. All right. Here we go to Mike. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hi, Mike.
Yo, buddy.
What's going on, dog?
All right, Mike, this is your chance to win. I'm going to ask Preston a rock trivia question. You agree with it or disagree with it. That's how you win. And the question is, who wrote the hit song? We've heard a couple artists record it. Who wrote the hit song, I Shot the Sheriff? Preston?
Who wrote the hit song, I Shot the Sheriff? I believe that was Wilmington, Delaware native Bob Marley.
Do you agree or disagree, Mike?
I mean, I agree it's Bob Marley.
Do you?
Not Wilmington, Delaware.
All right, all
I
right.
disagree.
All right, so yes, you win. Yeah, that's it.
Bob Marley, believe it or not, though, Mike, Bob Marley lived in Wilmington, Delaware
He did.
for a while.
Yes.
Yep, he legit did. We talked about that. His
There's
mother
a
worked
plaque
in there.
or something, isn't it, that honors his...
Yeah, he's not from there. He's not a native of there, but he did live in Wilmington.
He wrote that song?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote I Shot Sheriff.
Oh.
And Clapton had a hit with it.
Hang on a second, Mike. Here's what we got for you.
You won Scream 4 on Blu-ray. Ghostface is back, more terrifying than ever, and on a rampage in the Big Apple. Available at participating retailers on 4K UHD disc now. Rated R from Paramount Pictures.
All right, let's see if we can get another caller.
Preston Elliott's Rock Trivia Game.
All right, we go next to Joe. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Preston.
All right, buddy.
All right, Joe. I'm going to give Preston the question. You will answer yes or no to his answer, whether you agree or disagree with it. Preston, this is a little more chilling.
All right.
Which Led Zeppelin band member dated a 14-year-old groupie in the early 70s?
Whoa. It's got to be Bonham. I'm going with John Bonham.
You're saying John Bonham, Joe. Do you agree or disagree?
Gonna disagree.
Yeah, Preston, you're wrong. It's Jimmy Page.
No way.
The well-known L.A. groupie Lori Maddox was 14 when she convinced her way up to Page's hotel room, thus beginning the affair.
I did not know that story.
That's creepy.
All right, what do we have for Joe?
All right, Joe, you won The Flash on digital. Discovering his time-bending super speed, The Flash alters the past and unites iconic DC heroes to save the world. Own it now on digital.
Led Zeppelin was one of those bands that they were amongst the, like, with The Who, and that were, hard partiers. And there was in one of their documentaries, there's a legendary story about a mud shark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That they used...
Yeah,
for sexual gratification or something like that. Yeah,
I remember that story.
There's some seedy Zeppelin stories out there. All right, you guys ready for another one?
Yes.
All right. Yeah! Let's go to let's see, David. Hey, David.
I am the god of hellfire.
Oh, it's a good time to
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you a contest.
All right, what is up next?
All right, the question that, Preston, you're going to get, David, you're going to either agree or disagree with is, what caused the death of early Beatles band member Stuart Sutcliffe?
Okay, Stuart Sutcliffe was an art student with John Lennon. He played bass, kind of, sort of. They kind of taught him. He wasn't like a real intense musician, but they were teaching him. I believe he had a brain aneurysm.
All right. Do you agree or disagree, David?
I agree.
You're right.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Technically, it was an intracranial hemorrhage.
All right, David's a winner.
David, you won The Flash on digital. Discovering his time-bending super speed, The Flash alters the past and unites iconic DC heroes to save the world, and you can own it now on digital.
He was 21 when he died.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right, we will go next to Rich. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning to see you, Preston.
Good morning, Rich. And welcome to Preston Elliott's Rock Trivia Game that no one would play with him.
All right, Rich, you know how we do this. I'm going to ask Preston the question. You'll agree or disagree. All right, Preston, what kind of riot did the Cherry Poppin' Daddies have in the 90s?
Cherry Poppin' Daddies in the 1990s. I believe, Steve Morrison, they had a Zoot Suit riot.
He says a Zoot Suit riot. Do you agree or disagree, Rich?
I agree.
You are both right. It was released in 1997. The song is actually based on riots that took place in Los Angeles during 1943.
That's when the swing phase
right.
came to alternative rock radio.
Yep.
And I love that song. I have it on a couple of my playlists, and it's
Squirrel Nut Zippers and Cherry Poppin' Daddies, right?
Cherry Poppin' Daddies and
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy was the other one. Nice. All right,
And Real
Case.
Big Fish, and no, they were more ska.
They're
But
more
anyway,
ska, yeah.
we got a case of Workhouse Brewing Company's Par Punch, the perfect beer for the course. It's falling at 5% ABV. This juicy ale offers a tropical punch aroma mixed with a blend of citrus juices, mango and pineapple. You can grip it and rip it with Par Punch.
I like that for grip and rip.
Yep. All right, we'll go to our next caller, which is Joe P. I guess we have a couple of Joes online. So,
Joe P.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Awesome, buddy.
All right, Joe, I'm going to ask Preston this question, and you will agree or disagree with his answer, and that's how you'll win, hopefully. All right. Which legendary music show, which broke many rock artists, was first launched on the BBC on January 1st, 1964?
Wow, 1964. Would that be Top of the Pops?
He says Top of the Pops. Joe, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Your mother. We're moving product.
Love it. What do we have for Joe?
All right, Jopie, you won a case of Workhouse Brewing's Company's Par Punch, the perfect beer for the course, falling at 5% ABV. This juicy ale offers a tropical punch aroma mixed with a blend of citrus juices, mango and pineapple. Grip it and rip it with Par Punch.
Juicy for Jopie.
By the way, Steve's making me look good by keeping these easy.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we'll go next to Jay. Hey there, Jay.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
All right, Jay.
Damn it. All right, here's the question for you, Preston. You know whether you would disagree or agree, Jay. All right. Reg Presley was the Wild Thing lead singer in this band, Preston. Name the band.
All right. What was his name again?
Reg Presley was the Wild Thing lead singer in this band.
Would that be the Trogs?
He says the Trogs. Do you agree or disagree, Jay?
I'm going to agree. He's on fire.
All right, you win!
All right, Jay, you also won a case of Workhouse Brewing Company's Par Punch, the perfect beer for the course, falling at 5% ABV. The juicy ale offers a tropical punch aroma mixed with a blend of citrus juices, mango and pineapple. Grip it and rip it with Par Punch.
All right.
That was a huge hit.
Wild Thing.
I remember that just dominated.
And it's been redone a couple times, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And then was used in Major League. Big time for Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn.
And Tone Loc had a hit with it.
That's right.
I like to do the wild thing.
But he used that guitar riff.
Yes. The guitar. Oh, yeah. The guitar riff was from a Foreigner song.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Wild Thing. No. I'm thinking of Funky Cole Medina.
Right.
The sample used in Wild Thing is actually the beginning of a Van Halen song.
Well, let's.
Jamie's crying.
Jamie's crying. Yeah, that's it.
Van Halen, yeah.
Pull up Jamie's crying, Casey.
All righty, hang on.
For a second, I want you guys to hear those two.
All right, hang on.
Back a little way. Yeah. So. All right, we ready to play again?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's get our next caller on the line. And by the way, here's what we're playing.
Preston Elliott's Rock Trivia Game.
All right, we have Brendan, who is our next contestant. Brendan, morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you. All right, Brendan. Here's the question Preston is going to receive. Which member, Preston, of the Eagles coined the name Parrot Head for Jimmy Buffett fans?
Wow. Coined the name Parrot Head for Jimmy Buffett fans. I'm going to say it was Bernie Leadon, who's celebrating a birthday today, by the way.
He says Bernie Leadon. Do you agree or disagree, Brendan?
I am going to have to disagree.
Good for you, because it was Timothy B. Schmidt.
No way!
Schmidt gave birth to the name while working as a member of Buffett's Coral Reef Band. Schmidt reportedly remarked, "I would love to kill them, every one of those stinking idiots."
Wow.
Parrot Head. No, he didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that.
But he
No,
did.
he was in the Coral Reefer Band.
Reefer Band, yes, yeah.
Ah. I had no idea.
By the way, I didn't know he was in Buffett's band.
No, didn't know that either.
Yeah.
He was in Poco. He was in that band, but I didn't know he was in Buffett's band. Interesting. All right.
All right, Brendan. Well, you just won yourself the Flash on digital. Discovering his time-bending super speed, the Flash alters the past and unites iconic DC heroes to save the world. You can own it now on digital.
All right, let's get another caller and let's play. We're going to go to Mike next. Yo, Mike.
Prespo.
Yo, buddy.
Hi, Mike.
All right, Mike, here's Preston's question. You agree or disagree to win? Preston, which legendary hard rock band's debut album was entitled Lonesome Crow?
What legendary hard rock band?
Their debut album was entitled Lonesome Crow.
Lonesome Crow. Why, that band was Rainbow.
He says Rainbow. Do you agree or disagree, Mike?
Oh, it's tough. Disagree.
Good for you, because it was the Scorpions.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, the Scorpions released their first studio album on February 9th, 1972.
Wow. All right.
All right, Ken, well, you won our final Flash on digital. Yeah, Ken's the next guy. Ken, you did not win
Cleve,
that.
you won.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. You won the final Flash on digital, discovering his time-bending super speed. The Flash alters the past and unites iconic DC heroes to save the world. You can own it now on digital.
All right. Let's get our next contestant up, and that would be Ken. Hi, Ken.
I want to thank everybody for the Flash on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
He got the award before. All right. So here's the question for you, Preston.
All
right. Okay. David Coverdale formed Whitesnake after leaving what band?
David Coverdale formed Whitesnake after leaving what band? Boy, I'm going to have to think about this for just a second. All right. I got it.
Okay.
Herbal Ecstasy.
Herbal Ecstasy, he says. Ken, do you agree or disagree?
Disagree. It was Deep
good.
Purple.
Deep Purple is right. He even had the right answer.
I made it up.
Herbal Ecstasy.
Hang on a second, Ken.
Nick is stunned by that.
Yeah. Ken, you won our final case of Workhorse Brewing Company's Par Punch, the perfect beer for the course. Falling at 5% ABV, this juicy ale offers a tropical punch aroma mixed with a blend of citrus juices, mango, and pineapple. You can grip it and rip it with Par Punch and go to Pound Town.
I knew there was a connection to Deep Purple, but I didn't know that he was in that band right before he went into Whitesnake. Interesting.
It's very wild. 4 more questions, by the way.
All right, Casey says we got to wrap up though. Can we do a couple more?
Yeah, a couple more.
All right, we have Kathy who's going to give this a shot. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy. All right. Agree with or disagree with Preston? I'm going to give him the question right now. Preston, who co-wrote China Girl with David Bowie?
Iggy Pop.
He says Iggy Pop. Do you agree or disagree, Kathy?
Agree.
Good for you. Yes.
All right, hang on, Kathy.
It was inspired by an affair Pop had with a Vietnamese woman.
Yeah, and I think he did the original version of it.
Yes.
And then David covered it, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, listen, Kathy, you just won yourself a pair of VIP passes to join Sarah and Marissa for an MMRBQ ticket raid and ladies' night at Club Risque Philly. It's going to be tomorrow night. From 9 to 11 p.m., and your VIPs will get a guaranteed pair of physical MMRBQ tickets. And the MM Army will be on site to give away tickets every 15 minutes. All ladies that night get free admission to Club Risque, and your first drink is free. And the first 30 ladies get a pair of limited edition, collectible Preston and Steve boy shorts. It is a 21-plus event.
Excellent. All right, Case, I hate to correct you, sir, but a few people are texting in, not Workhouse, but Workhorse Brewing. Just to give you a heads up on that, okay? We all read he's reading through a ton of things. So.
Yes.
All right, we'll go next to Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Good morning.
Hi, I'm calling about Hershey Park tickets.
Andrew wants Hershey Park tickets.
Everybody.
All right, Andrew, you know how this is played. All right, Preston, for you. In 1998, what band advised us to gather up your jackets and move to the exits?
Semisonic.
He says Semisonic. Do you agree or disagree, Andrew?
I agree.
You're right. Closing time.
Yep. Hang on, Andrew.
Andy, you won yourself Scream 4 on Blu-ray. Ghostface is back and more terrifying than ever on a rampage in the Big Apple. Available at participating retailers on 4K UHD disc right now, rated R from Paramount Pictures.
All right, we'll go to another one here. It's Adam. Yo, Adam, good morning.
Keeping it nooch.
Nice work.
We got to bring that back.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Keep it in nooch.
Adam, I'm going to ask Preston this question. You agree or disagree to win? Preston, in 2003, Dave Grohl started a metal side project with songs such as Shake Your Blood and Red War. What is the name of this side project?
Them Crooked Vultures?
He says, them Crooked Vultures. Do you agree or disagree, Adam?
I'm going to disagree.
Good for you, because it's Probot.
Who's in them Crooked Vultures?
Is that Taylor?
No, it's Dave Grohl, but also Queens of Josh Homme.
Jimmy Page.
Yeah, maybe Jimmy Page is in there. Yeah.
All right.
All right, well,
One more.
You won yourself a Scream 4 on Blu-ray. Ghostface is back, more terrifying than ever on a rampage in the Big Apple. Available at participating retailers, 4K disc right now.
All right, one more. Then we're done?
Yep.
All right, cool. And then we're going to check back in with Campbell and Matt for our lottery tickets. Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Steve.
All right, Steve.
Casey,
Yeah?
Casey, is Reggie still taking his vitamins?
His vitamins.
Vitamins. I forgot about that.
You guys are good today.
Last question.
All right, last question for Preston. You agree or disagree? Preston, which Rush album tells the story of finding a guitar?
Wonder if that could be 2112.
He says 2112. Do you agree or disagree, Steve?
If anybody knows anything about Rush, it's Preston. I agree.
You're right.
There it is. All right, hang on, Steve. Here's what we have for you.
All right, Steve, you won Scream 4 on Blu-ray. Ghostface is back, more terrifying than ever, and on a rampage in the Big Apple. Available at participating retailers on 4K UHD disc right now, rated R from Paramount Pictures.
Thank you for playing the game.
It's time for Preston Elliott's Rock Trivia Game that no one would play with him.
All right, let's go back to giving away some potential winners for $1 billion and the Powerball. We have our interns, Matt and Campbell, who are on location at Wilson's Secret Sauce in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, and we're going to check in with Campbell. Hi there, Campbell.
What's up, guys? We're in selfie mode now.
Is
Nice.
it raining? You have the umbrella over you.
Raining a little bit, but
All right.
not too bad at all. But we do have a few people lined up. We have 6 tickets left.
Okay.
This is going to be it.
So, what do you have to say?
Back off World Child Series.
Yeah. Give the man a ticket and remind him 5% goes to us. All right, give away a few more.
5%.
Back off.
Yes.
We're losing the audio.
Audio's going in and out, but we get it. So we're going to set him up. Just a few more to go.
Yep. Do you have the phrase?
I have it. Good morning. The phrase is back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Winner for you. Yep, of course.
All right, Campbell.
We have 2 cars pulling up now, too, so we could be giving away the last few.
All right. We'll just let you guys hand out the rest of those, okay?
Got it.
All right,
Well
Campbell,
done, guys.
Campbell, you and Matt did a great job. Nice job. Handing out opportunities to win $1 billion tonight's Powerball. And thank you so much to Steve Wilson and company at
The
Wilson's
man.
Secret Sauce. And also don't forget that while, and I'm not sure when he's going to do it through, but every sandwich sold $1 of that is going to go to Casey and the WMMR Team Rock and Rollers for the Bend and Shore Bike Tour this Sunday.
Yes.
And their food's phenomenal.
It
Their food
is
outstanding.
sensational.
And Steve and his family, they are just some of the most giving people you will ever meet in your life.
Yes.
So please support them. Yes, exactly. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in a second, and we'll get some more Bizarre File stories for you. Stay with us.
On 93.3 WMMR.
MMR rocks the 36th annual Bend to the Shore Bike Tour this Sunday. Join Casey Boy and
Does look
Team
quite yummy. So it's made from Tito's vodka, Marissa's favorite, and Bloody Mary mix that apparently is custom made by Red Lobster. The glass is then garnished with an entire lobster craw, one shrimp, an olive, a lime, a cheddar bay biscuit, and spicy seasoning on the rim of the glass as well. My mouth is watering.
Really? That's working it for you, huh?
Oh, man, a good Bloody Mary. Jeez.
Murray.
You and the Jewish thing.
Jeez, oh, man.
Listen, can I have a Bloody Mary and some of those Jewy candies?
Bloody Murray. We should make a Bloody Murray.
Here's cream soda, gefilte fish. It's a Bloody Murray.
Manischewitz.
Yeah. Right? Do they make like a raspberry Manischewitz?
Manischewitz.
I've only seen
you have with your Jewy candy.
I want to try a Bloody Murray.
A Bloody Murray. Bartenders, come up with a Bloody Murray.
I'm coming.
Oh my!
He said he wanted a Bloody Murray.
and it comes with calamari, which looks like
calamari.
It looks like it's been from a bris.
Sure.
I'll have some calamari, a Bloody Murray.
Anyway,
we need to make that drink now, Preston.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said let's put it out there to bartenders.
Yeah, bartenders, come up with a Bloody Murray.
Bloody Murray, and we'll try it out. Anyhow, how about this? Gibson and Slash have announced the release of the first ever Slash collection, which will feature multiple acoustic and electric guitars. Yeah, the collection will. Oh, Gibson, I got you, Mel Gibson.
The Mel Gibson guitar. It has all these sayings etched into the wood.
So the collection will officially premiere.
It's the Mel Gibson collection of guitars, featuring all his rants emblazoned on every guitar. The Whore Edition features a Stratocaster pickup.
The collection will officially.
What the hell was that?
That's Braveheart.
Why is he doing that?
Imagine if that's the speech he delivered when he was on the horse.
Hit it again, Case. He was Nick. He was at the end of his rope with her, and then he was just kind of like somebody would go, yeah, like that, and then he did an evil laugh. So Slash and Gibson, luthiers.
Luthiers?
Yeah, what's a luthier?
As in Lex Luthor?
Luthier. Is that a guitar maker?
I'm not familiar. I've never heard that brand.
Worked in close collaboration on the collection at Gibson's headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee. The line features 4 Les Paul standard electric guitars and 2 J45 standard acoustic guitars.
It's a music store.
Oh.
Kind of like a George's.
Are you a... Sorry.
I'm trying to help, Mel.
Are you a Martin guitar guy, or what's your...
I own a Martin acoustic guitar, absolutely.
Do you play it anymore, or you're back to the drums, right?
I have neglected it because I've been focusing and practicing really, really hard at playing the drums. I've decided I want to be a really good drummer.
But when he passes by the guitar, he says,
"Oh, you're there."
Yeah, I do acknowledge the guitar's existence.
That's a Mel Gibson guitar.
Yeah. So,
"Oh, you're there."
It actually yells at you if you don't take lessons.
What?
I want to pursue drumming. But Mel Gibson guitar, I really do. I like drumming more.
You just showed me what you are.
"Oh,
it's the guitar. It'll make you a virtuoso in a weekend."
Do you think I'm a decent guitar player? Oh my God.
You have one more chance.
Wow. You thought Whiplash was bad.
Giving me one last
right?
chance.
Yeah.
Forget Whiplash.
I just want to be a drummer."
The Mel Gibson guitar.
Oh God. Okay.
You have one more chance.
Gentle messages of encouragement help you along.
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you the truth.
The most candid guitar you'll ever own.
Big fucking guitar.
So let me raise this question. It was something that occurred to me yesterday as we were talking about preparation for all this. Are all the new things put in place because of COVID? Does that now effectively eliminate, for all intents and purposes, the classic snow day?
So here's what's happening. The school districts that are having the snow day, what it looks like is that they had snow days built in. So that's why they're closing. They already have these snow days, so they're going to use them. The districts that didn't build in snow days are the ones that are going to do that virtual learning in the morning and then give the kids the snow day the second half of the day. Because by law, they need to get a certain amount of school days in. And if you go... That's what I'm talking about!
Man.
Kathy Romano with the information you can use.
Oh my God.
Now we go to Kathy with her observations on snow days. This bitch is cranking it up to 10.
This bitch.
Snow!
Slayer!
Snow and Slayer!
Snower!
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Now, I have a variety of stories, and I would do the connoisseur. I have like 3 food-related things,
But there's not enough to fuel it,
but
right?
that's it.
And you don't want to be dishonest with the
No,
listeners.
I don't want to do that, and I don't want to, I don't want to just flip things all of a sudden. But I did see this, and I thought it was interesting. Cheetos has given a name to the cheesy residue left on your fingers when you eat the Cheetos. So they have a name for it now.
And it is?
Cheetle.
Cheetle?
Like Don Cheadle.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, the official term is called Cheetle.
I'd call it Chisholm. Right, Preston?
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, what's that on your face?
Chisholm. Oh, from eating cheese doodles. I'm sorry, I misheard you.
To celebrate the newly coined...
Peter North is the spokesman. Oh, just sitting here watching TV.
In celebration of its 125th anniversary, the New York Public Library, which is the second largest in the U.S. after the Library of Congress, has
throwing out the books?
No, they released its list of the top 10 checked out books of all time. And in
Is
first
one of them Goldfinger?
place, no.
Mr. Goldfinger!
No.
One of the most popular books at the New York Library. It's on the list.
In first place, I'll just start right at the top here, is the children's picture book, The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats.
I don't even know.
It's about a child enjoying his city's first snowfall.
I don't know that book. Yeah.
Oh, I know this book. I love this book when I was
terrible.
a kid. Absolutely.
Get the Caldecott Award. Yeah, the Caldecott medal. I remember that. You remember the little imprint on the
it's
front
a
of it?
gold sticker that would be a gold
sticker on this crappy book about a kid walking in the snow.
Gold
sticker.
It's not. It is on the list?
Yeah.
It's on the list.
It's number 1 on the list.
Number 1.
So, like, I think, like, you'd find that on Where the Wild Things Are and maybe The Hungry Caterpillar, those classic ones. Another book, Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat, was in second place.
Okay.
Were you a Seuss fan as a kid?
Oh, yeah. Very much so. And in fact, I've been going through a cleaning out process at our house, and
Great purge.
I found we found way too many books that we need to get rid of, and so I did, and I donated them to the Laurel House thrift shop that raises money for the Laurel House. But we kept all of our Dr. Seuss books. And I had to stop and flip through Go Dog Go, and I had to look through the birthday book, and
Two Girls in a Cup.
2 Girls in a Cup.
It was the most wonderful cup it was.
There are a lot of Dr. Seuss books, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I see two girls in a cup.
Dozens.
I say to you, girls, can you tell me what's up?
I'll tell you what's up. Just look in the cup.
You'll know
After
this.
watching that, you won't be able to sup.
It's full of throw up.
And upchuck.
Okay.
It's full of throw up.
Come on, man.
Casey had a poster and a wristband from a fish show that was important to him. And
it was a fishing tournament, right?
Yeah.
Or the band?
Well, both.
Okay.
The wristband was from the tournament, and then the poster was from the concert.
Regardless, both very important to you.
No, but the reality is they were both from a concert.
So much so that he wanted to have them framed and immortalized for at least a period of time while he's on this earth, and took it to a place that was going to frame all this for him. So you have the wristband, you have the poster. I'm sure you had a frame picked out and matted and everything the way you wanted it.
Yeah.
Goes back to the shop to retrieve it, and they've lost the wristband.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
right?
poster is done, and you wanted the wristband in the same display.
It was like a ribbon across the bottom corner of the poster.
And you'd set it up that way.
Yeah.
What was their explanation?
There is no explanation. Inside, I'm fuming. I have been to 60-plus Fish concerts. I have never purchased a poster, went and had it framed, or So this.
So you want to climb over the counter and kill them?
So and the wristband I had really carefully taken off of my wrist, so there were no because it was like a cloth wristband, right?
Traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All right, collected a few more stories for you in the B-File. We're going to start with this. A family says that a Domino's pizza delivery driver took their cat, and they have security camera video footage to prove it.
Stole their cat?
Yeah, the family's...
I'd freak the hell out.
The family's neighbors got a pizza, and they were left with grief after going over the video of their driver.
We'll steal your cat in 30 minutes or less.
Of the driver with their cat, Pinto, last Saturday.
Why Pinto?
Why not? Jennifer Chamil said he got in the middle of the street when he saw someone pull up. In the video, Pinto, one of several family cats, is seen running towards a Domino's delivery car. And Chamil said that she petted him, and then a few minutes go by, and he's in the car with her, and they're driving off. They were delivering pizza to my neighbor across the street. Shortly after the video appears to show the Domino's employee driving off, the family is left wondering where the cat was taken. Jamil said she called several locations around her neighborhood. She spoke with the manager of a nearby location, provided the video evidence, and said that she had contacted the driver herself. She said, "The driver tells me you're accusing me of this, and I didn't do it." And Jamil said, "Well, I have video that you did." And she basically said, "It wasn't me, you're mistaken," and hung up. So the family's now reached out to officials with the county sheriff's office, but they were told it was a civil matter.
No, come on.
I would think that is a criminal matter if you're stealing someone's pet, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting. So we'll see if there's ever a follow-up to that. People in Hong Kong should stare at smokers disapprovingly as part of efforts to create a tobacco-free city, according to the territory's health minister.
Give him the Neil Peart look. Saw a young man sparking up in the front few rows.
That was me. He shamed me. But I kept smoking weed. Professor Lo Chung Mao said that people who have lit up in areas where it is prohibited are unlikely to hit back if everyone stares at them. He said when the members of the public see people smoking in non-smoking areas, even if no law enforcement officers can show up immediately, we can stare at the smokers.
He also said for some reason that everyone should start slowly chanting Michael.
He said,
Michael, 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 Michael,
Mikey. When everyone takes out a he said, when everyone takes a cigarette, when someone takes a cigarette out at a restaurant, everyone on the premises can stare at that person.
Mikey. Michael. Mike. Michael. Michael.
Michael.
Michael. Michael. Michael. Mike. Michael. Mike. Oh, Michael.
Michael. Michael.
Michael.
Michael.
They'll put that cigarette right
Hi, Mike.
He said, I do not believe that person would dare hit back at everyone at the restaurant.
They should have when they pan around. Florence Henderson should be there. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike.
He says as they are simply staring at them. So that's the recommendation. You should just stare at them.
Stare them down.
Yeah. The Australian Space Agency says an unidentified object that washed up on a remote beach in Western Australia could be part of a foreign-launched rocket. Police have been guarding the mysterious item for most of today and yesterday as state and federal authorities try to work out what it is. The canister washed up on a beach at Greenhead, 250 kilometers north of Perth, where it was found and reported by curious locals. The Department of Fire and Emergency Services were also at the scene, and officials could be seen wearing hazmat suits as they surveyed the area. In a series of Twitter posts on Monday afternoon, the Australian Space Agency said it had been helping police to identify the item. And the police said, as the origin of the object is unknown, the community should avoid handling or attempting to move it. In a statement, they said that it was treating the item as hazardous until its origin could be established. Yeah. A local
Vegemite.
A local resident said that a neighbor alerted him to the strange find yesterday and said sometime yesterday, a local lady and her partner discovered it floating on the edge of the water, and they dragged it out with their four-wheel drive. It's some sort of semi-cylindrical object made of light carbon fiber material like lightweight resin. So
it's right out of a science fiction movie.
By the way, he said it was a great social evening. It was lovely. Still night. The kids were digging sandcastles around
It's
it.
great. Hey, kids, it's probably radioactive.
At any stage, there could have been 20 to 30 people there. There were barnacles and marine life growing on it.
Yeah, and it's humming and glowing and spitting out sparks.
Trying to figure out what it is. A bison gored a 47-year-old Arizona woman Monday morning in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, leaving her with significant injuries to her chest and abdomen, according to park officials. According to CNN, the woman was walking with another person in a field near the Lake Lodge cabins of Yellowstone Lake's North Shore when they saw two bison. The people turned to walk away from the bison, but one of the animals charged and gored the woman.
Okay, so she wasn't being obnoxious with the animal just turned on her.
They didn't say how far away she was, so maybe not. I'm not really sure.
I stayed in those cabins one time and literally came out the front door and there was one just hanging out. So like they're all over the place.
I was in Mammoth Hot Springs there and was on a phone. It was back when payphones were around. I was on a payphone with my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I'm like 30 feet from an elk. It just came walking by.
Yeah.
And so it does happen that way for real. So a helicopter took the woman to a hospital in Idaho. Details about the woman's condition weren't available, and the incident remains under investigation.
I saw a picture of a baby bison the other day. It just crept into my top 10 cutest baby animals, by the way. If you guys have ever seen a baby bison.
I've never seen, no.
Oh.
Baby bison?
Totally adorable.
You were expecting a dad joke,
I
weren't you?
thought for sure.
Bye, son.
You were teeing up a dad joke. No. All right, one more story. A Florida family that ran an online church that peddled a poisonous industrial bleaching agent as a miracle medical cure-all will go on trial for federal charges in Miami this week. The Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing was operated out of a home in Bradenton, Manatee County. Through websites, social media, books, and podcasts, the Grennan family promoted their miracle mineral solution as a cure for 95% of the world's known diseases.
That's amazing.
Including HIV/AIDS, autism, Alzheimer's, leukemia, and COVID-19.
It's astonishing.
Isn't that crazy?
You might know it by its commercial name, Clorox.
Dude, it was essentially a bleach.
Yeah.
So the substance was sent through the mail to consumers in exchange for a donation to Genesis Church. They made over $1 million before federal authorities cracked down on them for distributing an unapproved and misbranded drug. The family, Mark Grennan and his sons Jonathan, Joseph, and Jordan, were arrested and charged after they continued to distribute and promote the substance and were openly defiant of court orders. Officials blame the ingestion of MMS for several deaths, as well as severe illnesses and hospitalization. And essentially, it's a chemical solution containing sodium chlorite and water. When used as directed, a citric acid activator is added to the solution, producing an industrial-grade bleaching agent known as chlorine dioxide.
It's got to be good for you.
Yeah, right? And at least
I
7
feel better
Americans
already.
At least 7 Americans died after drinking that stuff. So there you go. That is what I have in the bizarre file for you. All right, let's do this. You've been texting all morning long. We have a secret text word. Dave Matthews Band tickets. Kathy, what number caller today?
Ooh, let's go with caller 9.
All right. Caller 9, 215-263 WMMR. You have to have the secret text word, and we'll come back and find out if you do and give away the tickets and the random pair, too. We'll get to trash and music news on top of that as well. Be right back.
Preston and Steve.
As a gift to a friend.
Oh, no.
And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I think I want this for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm like fuming. So I had gone from this place.
Right.
I didn't blow up, But I had gone to this place, and I went to a drive-through, a quarter of a mile down the road, and I got my money back, and I'm pulling out, and I noticed that one of the quarters is a Canadian quarter. I stopped my car. I put it in park. I went into the store. Now, I didn't raise a stink.
25 cents.
For 25 cents, I go, you guys gave me a Canadian quarter here. And they're like, oh, okay.
Let me ask you something. What country are we in? Do we have provinces like, I don't know, Ottawa? What is this?
Yeah.
Is this legal tender?
I in my life have never returned a foreign coin before. I've never even considered that.
What did I order? Poutine? What did I come in here on a moose? What am I, a Mountie? Where the hell are we?
Does it say Tim Hortons outside of this establishment?
Come on, for Christ's sake! What am I, Trudeau?
Did I drive here 35 kilometers per hour?
Jesus Christ!
I didn't make a big stink about it, but I go, hey, this is a Canadian quarter.
I couldn't help but notice that there was a ridged potato chip in my bag of regular potato chips.
Oh my God!
Parlez-vous English?
I would be raging. You're better than me. I would be raging out of control at those people. And
why not give me the right change? Eh?
We talked about Cameo before.
Yes.
And, you can do birthday wishes and hellos and stuff like that.
Hi,
But
this is Liam Neeson. I understand, Jimmy, that it's your 8th birthday. I want you to know it's a hard world out there.
Well, apparently now the trend is to get the celebrity to break up your relationship for you.
Wow.
And some people have been doing a lot of them. Sugar Ray singer Mark McGrath has been a popular choice for Cameo users looking to pass their breakup responsibilities on to him.
Well, he had one that had been requested, and it went viral, and a lot of people were talking about it, so I guess he immediately earned that status.
Yep. By the way, he's had a lot of work done on his face.
Has he?
A lot
He was
of work.
a good-looking guy.
Very good-looking guy, which is probably why he's had a lot of work.
See, with me, it's like, who cares?
So he had said, I've been doing these for fun. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But even Matthew Perry says that he'll deliver any kind of messages, and he has done breakup videos as well. So,
that's kind of sad, though. Like, then what if the person likes that celebrity and now they've just ruined their life?
Well, maybe it might be a little bit of a buffer if someone you like is telling you and giving you words of encouragement.
I think it would have to depend on what type of breakup.
How bad of a breakup can it be
if you're hiring a celebrity?
That you're hiring a celebrity to do it? I mean,
I don't think it's something Nicole Brown Simpson would have done. So I think if it's more volatile, no. But I think if it's hey, we know this is over, you could have fun with this.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think a divorce would be the right thing.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, honey.
Kids and everything. And
Maybe I would say a year and under. You've been dating for a year or under.
Okay.
Anything over, you can't hire a celebrity.
Yep. So that's been the latest, and a lot of people are up for it.
You guys ever do a Cameo?
Steve has.
Hire one?
Yep. I did with Kevin Sorbo because my wife loves the show Hercules and always had a crush on him. And he did it, and he did a great job, but he talked for a while.
I did one. It wasn't a cameo. It was the musical one that I did for my brother.
This is Ian McCarron. Kathy Raimondo wants to let you know she wishes you'd stop parking in her spot.
It's my spot! I love that it's my spot now.
She's very upset with you. Wishes you'd have a little more consideration.
What did you did a musical one?
Yeah, so there's a backup singer / trumpet player for Trey's band, Jennifer Harsberg. And so she ended up singing a song for my brother, but I wanted to do one for my daughter for her birthday, but you go through and it's like, all right, well, this person's too expensive, and then this person is not as expensive, but do they, are they as important? Like, I don't know how much a Mark McGrath would cost.
Yeah, you could probably get 4 Mark McGraths for a Pat Sajak.
We should do our own cameos. How much would we be worth?
So
$1,000.
So you can have longer chats, by the way. So
really?
yeah. So like for example, Mark McGrath is $90 right now. I think it says. So, but if you do extend it, you can ask for. I just asked for the bare bones minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, because my wife is always crushed on Sorbo, so I said, and I told him that in the little description, and he couldn't have been better. And talked for a while,
There's a couple my best friend I want to send when his birthday's coming up in a couple of months, but I can't think because like the movie lines that we throw at each other are really offbeat, obscure people who didn't even really have a career.
No, yeah.
And so I'm like, I can't find anyone.
I doubt Tom Cruise is doing them.
That would make sense. So
Hi, this is Tom Cruise. You can't handle the truth, but apparently you can handle a lot. Billy says thanks for last night.
Todd Glass is here.
Yeah!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Wow, it's exciting every time.
We'll be at Helium Comedy Club.
It is incredibly exciting.
Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I'm not done speaking yet.
Sorry. I'm a different person than I used to be.
Are you?
Really?
Is it because of this treatment that you've had done?
I'm just, I listen more, and I'm not as no. I feel crazy right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm happy to
That's
be here.
what we
You
need.
told me in the green room that you're now a full Hasidic rabbi.
And he knew because of the things on the
Yeah,
sides.
and I didn't want to. I should have let you announce.
That's
it.
my improv skills.
All right, well, let's
things on the side.
let's bring everybody in on this on what we're talking about. So Todd requested that we have a certain treatment done. Casey, did he contact you about it?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe this is all the rage in Los Angeles these days, but
here.
Yeah, and here. Well,
And here.
we talked about it here on our show where I think we initially heard of it as a like on-site hangover treatment.
Yes.
Where if you put one on the night before you weren't feeling all that great, that there's a service that will come to your office or residence or whatever, and they'll administer an IV and that is filled with like saline,
Gummy bears,
B12, and stuff like that.
Well, you remember our calendar shoot when we had that little snafu when they showed up, the bachelor party that had all of the equipment. It was like the leftovers of this treatment that they had done.
But so many people are doing it now, and apparently it's effective.
Well, I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the loop because I'm not familiar.
Yeah,
I've heard of the hangover thing, but I didn't know that this is all the rage, as you were saying.
That's what I hear.
There's facilities specifically for this now.
Okay. Well, the facility that we have here is called City Hydration. And Christy is here from City Hydration. Hi, Christy.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you. I'm wonderful. But what were you going to say, Todd?
No, I was going to say something. I go, I bet that she could probably explain it better than me. So then I was like, well, probably you were right to go her way. But now that I have your attention,
yes,
I real quick, I have friends that have done it over the years. And even 15 years ago, I would hear about it. But it was just to me someone did on the set or that had money. I always thought. And
it was for the wealthy.
It was only for the wealthy.
Only for the wealthy, the 1%ers.
And so it's not a new thing. It's just new that you're able to do it. But my friend said at first you do it like maybe you're under the weather, but then you realize how good you feel. You're like, you know what? I just want to feel real good for my wedding or for something you're doing one day that you just want to feel great. You're going to a concert at night. So like in the day, you're just at your best.
Yeah, Todd, I saw a special on it. It was a local. It might have been you, City Hydration Services. And they were talking about it's now become a ritual for a lot of people because I just normally associate it with a hangover thing, okay? But there are apparently just wellness aspects to it. So, what's in your bag, Todd? What do you? Because you're getting right now.
Mine now. I don't want you to laugh at me.
To an IV right now.
Right now, he has an IV needle into his arm.
And by the way, my palms are sweating.
Yeah, Kathy hates needles.
Looking at that IV in your arm.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Kathy will not be using the service.
Some people, it's same with some people. It doesn't really like. For me, it was just like it sounds like this is like I'm not doing an ad for it, but it was like a pinch, same, and then now I'm not even thinking.
Well, you're a regular intravenous drug user. So
well, I am.
Nothing.
In all fairness, mine does have mashed potatoes in it.
Wow!
So, wow! Just because she said I look low on gravy, and I said, well, then
let's top that off.
Give me 2 bags of gravy.
I would say this. So
funny, John. Look how my friend John.
You have
is
a
laughing.
friend here, I guess. So what is he the like? This is a double-blind experiment. If he passes away, you know you're good.
I started his intravenous about 20 minutes before mine. If he drops dead, I pull mine out early.
No, this has been vetted quite a lot. People are using this quite often.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I'm sorry, your name is Christy. Is that
Christy,
yeah.
yes.
So how's business been? Is it booming?
It is booming. We've been around for about 2 years now, and it was slow going in the beginning because it's really not well known on the East Coast. I first saw this business in California. Then I moved to Colorado. They were everywhere in Colorado. And when I realized there wasn't anything like this in Philadelphia, I decided to move home and give it a shot with opening one up.
Now, are your customers primarily well-known comedians looking for free stuff?
Yeah. Our customers are everything. I mean, you have the tired mom, you have the professional athletes, you have cold and flu patients. I mean, we're kind of all across the board with the clients we see.
That's what I was going to ask about. Cold, like if you're sick, if you have the flu, you need your fluids replenished. People come to you just if they're not feeling so hot. They'll come in for that.
Yeah. So our cold and flu infusion has been incredibly popular this year. It seems to be hitting everybody, and pretty hard at that. So we see people come in when symptoms are starting. We'll have people come in because their wife and their kids are sick. We'll have people come in when it's just been dragging on and they can't really get over the hump of the cold. We tell everyone our cold and flu infusion, it's all antioxidants. It is not a cure for the flu. It's not a cure for a cold. It's just going to help your body boost your immunity and help you get over it a lot faster.
So you recover quicker?
Exactly.
Okay.
A common question coming up, text messages, how much does it cost?
Yes. So it really varies. I mean, most of our infusions are customized by our clients depending on how they're feeling and what they're needing. It starts at $75 for a plain bag with nothing mixed in, and we've seen them go as expensive as $300 plus with the additives they choose.
So okay, but if you book it through us, free.
Yeah.
Now, is it so the one with nothing in it? No, not nothing in it. It's not a novelty bag. But what?
What's the $75 bag?
What is the basic
so the
fluid?
$75 bag is just plain saline. And a lot of people think like the vitamins and stuff are beneficial when really the hydration aspect of it is
WMMR. It's 12 minutes after 10 on this Wednesday morning. Preston and Steve Show. We get ourselves a winner here in just a second because all morning long we've been telling you to text the word secret to 39333 for your chance to win tickets to see Dave Matthews Band on Friday. And the time has cometh, my friend. We are going to go to the phones. We were looking for caller number 9, and that happens to be Ryan. So we're going to go to Ryan. Hey, Ryan, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, good morning to see you. All right, Ryan, what is our secret text word, sir?
Stay.
Stay. That's absolutely correct. Ryan, you got it. Hang on the line. You got yourself a couple of tickets to go and see the first of 2 shows this weekend is MMR Rock's Dave Matthews Band Friday at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. There's a Saturday show as well, and some tickets remain. You can go through Ticketmaster or you can text concerts at 39333, and we'll send you a link to the MMR concert calendar, and you can get the complete details there. Now, we have a random texter who gets those tickets as well, and that happens to be Louis Storti, who is from Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. So congratulations to you, Louis. We are going to take good care of you. Nick, you're going to the Friday or Saturday show, or both?
I am going to both.
Oh, wow.
And we're turning Saturday into a little mini college reunion. So I have some friends coming from out of town, from New York, from D.C., and yes, we will be playing rounds of Guess Who's Touching You because we're all staying at hotels this weekend. But I'm really excited. And
when was the last time you saw him?
I saw him 3 times last year. I saw him or 4 times, actually.
Yeah,
I saw him at the Gorge in Washington, and then saw him in Camden as well. But Brent Porsche is going to be there with me on Friday night. So if you're going to either of the Dave shows, look for me, look for Brent. Brent's a huge Dave Matthews fan, so it should be fun.
Man, I wish we could get them on. And it's a Friday show.
I know. Well, you know what?
I've always wanted to talk to Carter, so
I'm going to text somebody right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. We're going to give something away now. We have a lesson question. We have a prize that we have, and it is a 4-pack of tickets, a Great Adventure, Six Flags Great Adventure. The question that we need to go with is Florence Pugh shows her breast in Oppenheimer, which Dame actress also recently revealed I believe it was her beaver in a movie.
Yes.
215-263-WMMR. Steve had mentioned this. So Florence Pugh shows her breast in Oppenheimer. Who showed their beaver in a movie? 215-263-WMMR. Let's see if you know the answer. Call now.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you this morning by Sports and Social. Cheer on the Fightins, just steps away from the stadium at Sports and Social in Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. You can watch the game on a 52-foot big screen with Budweiser, cocktail specials, giveaways, memorabilia, and more. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Alex Murdaugh receiving the cold shoulder from his son Buster during a phone call from prison where he's serving a life sentence for murdering his wife and other son. In a recording of the conversation, our frustrated Alex can be heard asking, "Are you still upset about that?"
Hey!
Leslie Van Houten, former member of the Manson family, has been released from prison after more than 4 decades behind bars. Van Houten said the first thing she planned on doing was going to Disney World to murder Minnie Mouse. A jury has determined that a handwritten document, this is wild, found in Aretha Franklin's couch is a valid will, a major development after years of her kids battling over her estate. The new document is at direct odds with yet another will found scribbled on Franklin's Thighmaster.
Wow.
And that's Hollywood.
Let's see if you do indeed know the answer to this. Florence Pugh shows her breasts in Oppenheimer, which Dame actress also recently revealed all in a movie. We will go to Todd and see if he knows the answer. Hey, Todd, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
Awesome, buddy. All right, so who showed it all recently?
That would be Dame Judi Dench.
Yes! Absolutely correct, Todd. Want you to hang on. We're going to give you a 4-pack of tickets for Six Flags Great Adventure. Celebrate summer at Six Flags Great Adventure. You can come early to experience the thrills of your favorite coasters and then stay late to enjoy spectacular fireworks every Friday and Saturday night. Or bring your appetite to the park's newest festival, Flavors of the World, featuring tasty cuisine from 7 countries.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
I can handle things. I'm smart.
All right, it's powered by PGW. Improve the comfort of your home and lower energy bills with PGW Energy Sense rebate. Up to $1,400 in savings with new home heating equipment. You can learn more at pgwenergysense.com. Let's start with Marilyn Manson. He will plead no contest to blowing his nose on a videographer at a 2019 concert in New Hampshire, according to a filing by his attorney. Brian Warner, which is his real name, was charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of simple assault stemming from the encounter at the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion in Guilford on August 19, 2019. A notice of intent filed Monday says that Manson is expected to plead no contest to only one charge and that prosecutors would dismiss the other in the fully negotiated plea. And no contest plea means that Manson will not contest the charge and does not admit guilt. Manson would face a sentence of a $1,200 fine with part of it suspended and 20 hours of community service within 6 months. He would also need to remain arrest-free and notify local police of any New Hampshire performances for 2 years. A judge would have to accept that plea. Now, it's not clear whether he would be required to be in court or be allowed to participate via video. According to the police affidavit, Manson had approached videographer Susan Fountain in the venue's stage pit area, put his face close to her camera, and spit, quote, a big loogie at her. She was struck on both hands with saliva. He also is accused of approaching her a second time, blowing his nose on her arm and hands.
It's kind of disgusting.
I've seen him in concert.
Yeah.
He'd spit all over everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the Electric Factory. It was kind of earlier on in his career, and he was just spitting all over
Used to be all
place.
the rage, right? With the especially in the early days of punk.
But I've never seen him blow his nose on someone.
No, well, that's the latter show.
Prosecutors plan to dismiss the charge stemming from the first encounter. So the big loogie thing, the spitting thing, they're not going to charge him with that. But the blowing the nose, I mean, come
on, that's disgusting.
That's a little more blatant. Guitarist Richie Faulkner of Judas Priest says the next album is pretty close to being finished. He said that they are now working on the running order for the track list. About that, he said, it's a really important thing. If you put the tracks in the wrong order, it's like a movie. If you edit the movie in the wrong order, it loses its potency. So it's got to be right. So that is the stage that they were at right now. As for the release date, he said, because of the backlog of getting vinyl pressed, it would probably be early next year. Metallica's James Hetfield says that he writes his heaviest riffs when things are going good. He told Metal Hammer, when I'm happy, I'm writing the heaviest riff possible. Being happy is not overrated. He went on to say, there will always be anger issues with me, no matter what. There's always seems to be another cool piece of the puzzle revealed. He spent over 40 years as the band's guitarist and vocalist, but he seems to write the real nasty, heavy stuff
When he's happy.
When he's happy and bouncy and in a good mood. Interesting. And then finally, this was just announced yesterday. The band Yes will tour the United States this fall. The classic Tales of Yes tour.
Yes.
We'll kick off September 21st in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. They are playing the Met in Philly. Nick, could you do me a favor and look up the date, because I had that and I don't have it ready here.
One of the best concerts I ever saw was Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Lead guitarist Steve Howe commented that he is looking forward to it and said, we're putting together a great set list covering the length and breadth of the Yes career.
Oh, it's a Friday show.
There you go.
Yes.
Friday, September 22nd. And tickets on sale this Friday at Ticketmaster.com.
Okay.
Yes.
The rest of the band's lineup is Jeff Downs on keyboards, John Davison, vocals and acoustic guitar, and Billy Sherwood on bass and vocals, and Jay Schellen on drums. So I guess
yes-ish.
Yes-ish. Yeah, John Anderson.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
with the
Yes.
the band.
Yes.
Or
You
Casey-
wanna kiss me?
Oh, wait,
I
no.
wanna kiss you.
That's kind of like yes.
Yeah.
Right? You want to kiss me? One more time, that little.
You wanna kiss me? I wanna kiss you.
I love it.
Transported across time.
All right, and that is my last item in the entertainment report, in the music news report. Wow. The reason I said that is because I have some entertainment in my hand right here. It's a chance to join if you're female only, because it's ladies' night at Club Risque in Philadelphia tomorrow night. And Marissa and Sarah are hosting this event. It's an MMRBQ ticket raid and ladies' night party at Club Risque in Philly from 9 to 11 tomorrow night. And so I tell you what, I give away a pair to caller number 15 at 215-263-WMMR. You'll be guaranteed. You will be guaranteed. You get VIP passes for this event, but you'll be guaranteed tickets to the MMRBQ.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
And the MMRB is going to be on site to give away tickets every 15 minutes. So even if you don't win tickets from us, you can join Marissa and Sarah at the event. All ladies that night get free admission to the club, and your first drink is free. And the first 30 ladies get a pair of limited edition collectible Preston and Steve boy shorts. We haven't whipped those out in a while.
Those are highly coveted.
21 and over event. So call number 10, 215-263-WMMR. We'll get you. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a second, so stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
But the saline thing is always what they give you, and it kind of it gets you back up and running.
Really makes you feel like you're revived.
Yeah. All right, how is this different than just drinking a lot of liquids or electrolytes?
I mean, so that's a great question. So absorption via the GI tract is variable, and it's susceptible to first pass metabolism, which is really just a fancy way of saying that a portion of what's taken in by mouth is filtered through the gut and the liver, and it's not really hitting your blood.
You're going right in.
Yeah, exactly.
All
So
right.
this is 100% absorption. It bypasses your GI tract. It's not filtered as much. It's going right into the blood cells.
Okay. So how are you feeling? Whenever I've had an IV, it's weird because you'll start to feel it. I felt.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a placebo
What, like
thing
in
going
your
on.
body?
Well, you start to feel
cold.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Really? It's very common. You feel cold pretty much instantly. Your hand or your arm, wherever it's infusing, you'll start to feel a little cold. A lot of people taste the B vitamins. Do you taste it? Tom?
No.
Yeah.
I
So
taste the donut I had.
yeah, a majority of people will taste those B vitamins. It kind of tastes like a Flintstones vitamin. It's not too terrible. But it's the hydration that's really giving you that immediate difference. We have a lot of people that love B12 in their infusions. It's
B12 is the big thing. You always hear B12 mentioned.
And I tried B12, and I was not looking to think. I didn't want to pretend it was working if it didn't. So I was during the day. I go, I don't know if I feel it. At night, absolutely. What I always say is clear-headed, and I did it one more time. I don't need to do it every day, but it was another thing I was going to. I was like, God, I like the way that was the first time. I went and did it again, and not lightheaded, clear-headed, And to me, it feels like the B12 right now, but like 3 times.
How often do you do it, Todd?
I've only done the B12 twice.
Just twice? Okay.
Yeah, so this to me, the closest I can get to ever feeling it was that. This right now, even now, and it's only been in there for 20 minutes, it feels like 3 times that. It feels very nice.
All right, so should you go to your doctor before you do something like this?
So we actually
Let's keep them out of this.
We have physicians on staff. All of our staff are critical care nurses, so ER, ICU, lots of experience. And our physicians are also part of this.
Okay.
All right, the reason I ask is because I remember I started taking a multivitamin because I thought you should take a multivitamin. And then my doctor was like, don't take a multivitamin. You shouldn't take that. You should check with me before you take any vitamins of any type because
Always
you
good.
may not need those or they may be counterproductive.
Well, a lot of these facilities, at least the ones that I know of, it is either retired nurses or nurses who are out of their field that are now moving on to open up something like this.
Yeah, we kind of chose a little bit of a different business model. We wanted our nurses to still be based in hospitals, skills very fresh. They're great at IVs. They're quick to think. They're just more prepared. I feel like when they have been in action and they're working in hospitals and then coming into work.
You want actual medical personnel doing this. You don't want a guy in a van doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So and you. So this is something that you're digging. So how amongst other comedians and stuff, do you see this a lot? Other people, entertainers, using this a lot?
I've just always heard stories like, they got someone didn't feel well. They got a mobile. They called it a mobile nurse.
Yeah.
And they come because they're nurses. They're registered nurses.
It's a classic, Todd. Because he it's the same reason why you serve your water in a glass jug in your and it's the reason why you wanted a circular driveway. You just sort of project wealth when it comes to this sort of stuff, right?
Well, you just want to find out. What are you talking about?
He's talking about you. You wanted the hedges trimmed when you were a kid. You're about presentation. Yeah. You're about making sure you're at your best.
Well, why not?
Yes.
Well, why not? Do you have a company that come out and put some low energy in you? I want to have a little lower energy.
I want to be sedate and a social outcast.
And I want to tell you guys something, and I don't mean to jump right to it, but I know how it works. You got to get funny quick. People, can I tell you something? Off the top. When I come in here every time, how can I get people to come to my show? Not like in a begging way. Look, you go to Netflix. If you think I'm funny, if you're not familiar with me. Also, by the way, tonight I will be on Jimmy Kimmel. Now, we already recorded it, but we did it from his club in Las Vegas. And it's with the whole band, and it's the most different stand-up set I've ever done, seriously, in my career on late-night television.
You've been calling this the event of a lifetime.
I have. Yes. There you go. It's what it says.
That's
the name of my tour.
Of a lifetime, and that's saying a lot.
And I have the whole band with me on the show. So I've never done a late-night set with the whole band.
Yeah.
So they're all there. John over here, he is the keyboard guy in the band.
And he's currently he blew right through his bag.
Look at that. Seriously, his bag's
bag is
almost empty.
Yeah, you're right.
What is it about a keyboard player that has them suck up their juice quicker?
Is he in your Netflix?
By the way, Steve, you got 3 cackles out of me this morning, and it's like not the most appealing thing about yourself because you think that's who you really are. In the other room, you said something. I went. I'm like, I guess that's how I laugh when I don't have time to do the fake laugh, like,
Is John in your Netflix special?
No, John is not.
Okay,
John in that Netflix
When are you going to
special.
film your Netflix special?
Well, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to film the one that aired already.
I love the last one, by the way.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is when you come to my live show, I seriously take responsibility for the minute you get in there, I want it to be an experience. When you're buying your ticket, what it's like, the music you're listening to in the bar before you go into the showroom, what you hear when you leave the showroom. So and then the band as people are being sat. So I really care about the show. So if that's any reason, because people spend money they don't have. Sometimes they spend money they don't have. They park, babysitters, everything ends up costing. And as I do comedy longer, I try to remember that. I've made mistakes in the past when you didn't give it your best. So now,
put your hand down so that you drain quicker.
Hey, by the way, he just reached over to calm Todd down for a moment while he's streaming done.
So your Netflix special is really, really great. Very, very meticulous. And I know all stand-up comedians or most successful stand-up comedians really, every single beat is rehearsed and practiced. And with the band, you take it to a whole new level. Now, I had also heard when you talk about the experience for the fan, for the people that are spending money to go to your show, that I heard that you even with the green room, you will go in and you'll spend money and you'll decorate the green room just to sort of make sure that it's
it gets sometimes that stuff, and I don't know if it's my own insecurities. It gets exaggerated, but basically what I've done is you're in a green room. It's really bright.
Yeah.
And they don't have a lamp. Most clubs, if they figured out after years, if you're it's people are going to be hanging in here, that is not conducive to hanging out.
You want mood lighting.
So at Target, you buy a lamp and you leave it. Right. You leave it for the club. You're like, there you go, and now hopefully every comedian uses it.
I hear
stuff like
it's
that.
about presentation. I agree with that 1,000%.
Yeah.
So you're very proud of this. I have to ask you because on your Twitter page you have all these animations, all these cartoons to promoting the show.
Mm-hmm.
Is there the chance that we're going to see a Todd Glass animated series or
no? But it's fun. The Josh would take these. They were called mashups. They would take literally you talking about a sketch and turn it into a sketch. It was really a cool way to do it.
They're well done.
Yeah, because you're just talking it. Like sometimes you'll talk a sketch. You'll be like, yeah, what if this? And they would take it to life. And they ended up on the internet.
They're very funny. They're bits of your routines and stuff, and they're animated, and it's the animation's top level.
And did I ever tell you that speaking of animation? Speaking of that, speaking of other things, this happens, a little turnaround, you put it all in a bowl. Next thing you know, who's to say you can't talk about the frame situation that happened before? So,
you have a personal experience?
You never know the way it turns around in conversation.
Best segue I've ever.
Yeah.
But seriously, was Dunkirk necessary?
Put it in a bowl, spin it around.
I brought my dad. I don't mean to, but by the way, my dad did pass away. That is the truth.
Yes,
but I brought him to after he passed away. I dragged him to a frame shop, and I told them this is a true story. That's why I was wanting to get in here.
Yeah.
How on MMR. Everything Rocks 10:31, and we are wrapping up our program before the day today. Enjoyable day on a day that's kind of a little bit gray and wet here and there. We tried to manage to sprinkle a little bit of sunshine by giving a bunch of things away, and we did that very thing.
Moved a lot of product.
Yeah, gave away those Dave Matthews Band tickets. We got to play Preston Elliott's rock trivia game. And, of course, many opportunities of $1 billion to be won by a Preston and Steve listener.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Be great for us.
It'd be great for us because we only want 5%.
Yeah, if they paid attention to that caveat.
They may even, put us in the newspaper if something like that happened.
All right, cool, Town Talk.
Right? Yeah,
Maybe the cover of Town Talk.
If we ended up on the cover of Town Talk, could you imagine?
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah. News of Delaware County.
But yeah, tonight is the night. I was bummed out to wake up and see that the Mega Millions did not hit last night. With and I'd appreciate just somebody winning it.
Somebody.
Now I got to go back and buy more tickets.
Are you going to go down and complain to Mrs. Chose?
Well, she gave me her little blessing.
Okay.
You can't complain.
So what's that?
You can't complain then.
I went down again today, Steve, and there were 3 or 4 people in line ahead of me getting Mega Millions and Powerball. And Steve, for all of them, she did the little blessing.
Isn't that wild?
It was so great.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Yes, Marissa.
Hey, just because you guys were talking about shows yesterday, I started digging up some old photos and videos. So if you go to PrestonSteve.com, there's a look at what shows looks like. We've been talking about it for all these years.
Yeah.
And there's a photo from 2014 when Pancake and intern Aaron on their last day went and did a shopping spree.
Oh, yeah, we paid for a shopping spree at shows, right?
Yeah, some fun memories on there.
Was Mr. Cho in any of those pictures?
I believe.
Yeah, there was one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a very blurry 2012 cell phone photo.
And that's this is when Pancake was still an intern. Yep. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, imagine Tiffany's, and that's kind of what it
basically. It's a lot like that. It's dazzling.
Yeah.
Security guard by the door.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Cho.
I would like to thank Steve Wilson of Wilson's Secret Sauce because he's such a great guy and he helps out with anything and everything that we need help with. And Wilson's Secret Sauce is at 265 East Township Line Road in Upper Darby. Not only some of the best barbecue you're going to have, and Pierre, loads of meatless options.
Yes, I've heard this.
So we love his Impossible cheesesteak, but he was telling us Impossible chicken, Impossible shrimp. He said for even people that have shellfish allergies, he said it tastes like shrimp. And so if you've missed it for this amount of time, you can go try that. I've never had it.
Neither have I.
I'm intrigued. But anyhow, Steve's great. He contributes to all kinds of stuff. He's contributed in Casey's WMMR Team Rock and Rollers for the Bend of the Shore Bike Tour this weekend. $1 for every sandwich sold is going to go to that until the event. So he's just a great guy. And we were like, well, let's go there and give those tickets away. And that
Loved it. Worked out perfectly.
Thank you to interns Matt and Campbell. Soup and Campbell. No, Soup and
Soup
Matt.
and Matt.
Yeah. They did great. First time ever on the air. So we appreciate their help. It was wonderful. And how are you doing, by the way, man?
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Do you want to say something about that?
No.
Okay. Letter of the day?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
And the Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by the letter.
I as in illegal.
Ooh.
Illegal.
All right, and we are going to give away, legally, a pair of tickets to the Terrace Club at the Pocono 400 this Sunday, and that is at Pocono Raceway. Of course, tickets include a shaded seat for the race, pit paddock passes to get up close to the cars in the pit and pre-race, and food and beverage. NASCAR weekend at Pocono Raceway, July 21st to the 23rd. Tickets at PoconoRaceway.com, by the way. What's up on today's radio show?
Pit Paddock sounds like a porn star.
Yeah, it does.
Name's Pit Paddock.
Yeah.
And I got your passes.
The stuntman for the 40s.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm
Name's Pit Paddock. I stunt double for John Wayne.
Yeah, I'm Pit. Step into the pit. Anyway, you want to mosh in my pit? I don't know. Where were we?
I don't know. You just asked yourself a question and then answered it. So.
Yeah, I did. Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
You cross-examine yourself.
Welcome to my world. How
put it
am
to
I?
you.
Pretty good, thanks.
Why would I say such a thing?
I don't understand a goddamn thing. Well, get it together. I'm trying. Coffee.
Yeah, you need it.
What'd you ask? Something?
What are you doing on your show today?
I have no idea.
All right, thank you.
Now, there will be workforce blocks.
Yes.
And they will be fabulous.
All right.
I played Red Barchetta yesterday. And you left really early, so I suspect you didn't have a chance to hear it. But I thought of you while I played it and cosmically sent it to you. And you were doing dishes and missed it altogether.
I appreciate that, but
That's
thank you.
okay.
Dishes need to be done, man.
Dishes need to be done. I mean, I told you I'd come over.
Let's do dishes together.
Let's do dishes.
Dishes are done, man.
Let's do a show where we're doing dishes.
Where we do the dishes?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's a winner.
Bring your dishes by, we'll do them.
I get it.
I'm going to thank the sponsors. Our Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by Duncan. Preston and Steve show runs on Duncan. Also brought to you by Wilmington University. Wilmington University's student-focused support works to keep you on track and on budget. And you can get to know the university that works for you. Visit wilm.edu today. Tomorrow on our program, the main thing, it's Nick's birthday tomorrow.
Hey!
How about that? So we'll find something fun to do.
I'll bring the mimosas.
And that is Ray John. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, gang. Bye-bye.
Preston and Steve
On 93.3 WMMR.
Hey, everybody, it's good to have you on the